Yes, once again, it's a big welcome as the HFL media team gets set to bring you another round of Division 1 Mortgage Choice Hills football action. Jeff Pistola with you as Matt the Roadie has again excelled himself in the early hours of the morning, and despite being a little off colour, getting in some practice early for the Winter Reds, I'd suggest he has transported the Viscount Dreammaker mobile studio out here to Echunga for the big round 14 clash between the hosting Southern Demons and the visiting Lobethal Tigers. And as usual, our worldwide online coverage is available at hillsfooty.com and the live stream on the HFL Media Facebook page, with radio broadcasts available on Kicking FM and 87.6 and 87.8. And thanks to the great support of Mortgage Choice, Jarrett Nissen, Adelaide Star Buses, Ned Whiskey and Chris Shaw Accounting. And round 14 is upon us, and the wins become ultra important as the finals loom closer, and no more so than for Echunga, which have dropped the past two outings and now sit a win and slight percentage out of the top five. And they faced a bit of a test today against Lobethal, which, while bottom on the ladder, have certainly displayed the ability to cause an upset, if not giving some respect. So hopefully an entertaining tussle on the cards this afternoon, which marks actually the final Saturday of July football. Gee, where's the season gone? And also the birthday of the late legendary Mr. Football himself, the great Teddy Whitten. But no matter what the time, this man is always up to date to what's going on. The foundation of our coverage, the bricks and mortar man. Welcome to National Jet Setter and HFL Media Manager, Rob Sherwood. Good afternoon, Rob.
Afternoon, Pistols, Goldie, Colonel and the boys. How are we all?
We're all very well, Rob, and interstate sojourn for you during the week and a bit of hardware.
We were lucky enough to get invited over to Melbourne for a National Community Award, based around HFL footy and whatever, and it was a really enjoyable night. So just really proud of what we do here and where we're going with it. So to be recognised on a national basis for not only what Mortgage Choice contribute to the community, but the commentary team here and what Hills Footy does as well. So it was a good night, Pistols.
Well, obviously, Matt the Roadie will be able to vouch for that, I'd suggest.
I think he should have. He's over his headache by now, so
Excellent.
it was good. And great to be here. Oval's in good nick.
Absolutely, and pleasant.
Weather's fine.
And unlike last week, I don't think there's much of a breeze out here this afternoon. So,
So looking forward to a good
but certainly we'll give you all the playing conditions later on as we get closer to kick-off, as we're here in the Call of the Wild pre-match. Now, in AFL ranks, the Brisbane Lions are certainly up and about, and this man appears to have really jumped on the wagon. In fact, I noticed advocating the benefits of the unique Lion's Mane extract during the week, supplying the team with a greater focus on life and football. It's our resident wellness warrior, Ben Golfich. Good afternoon, Benny.
He's a hawk. He's all over it. Yes, very pleased to be here from Echunga. We've got the Lobethal boys warming up in front of us here. We could potentially get a quick chat with someone here. Pistols, they're literally right in front of us. Now we've got Cooper Skinner, Jack Bampton, all the lads. So, interested to see how the Tigers go today, Pistols. We are right on the boundary line here, actually.
Yeah, great spot to be, isn't it, boys?
We
course,
are right. We're almost in the action here.
And of course, teams learn to cover the loss of champions, and we're in such a position. Savo, as our regular boundary rider, Shane Collins, is unfortunately absent on important Auskick duties, but he'll be back on deck next Saturday, and perhaps the spectre of a Bulldogs game is a lure for him. But anyway, Dallas, the cameraman, is here. Jaden Hill with the stats. And the 500-man Indy are also on board and ready to bring you the action from Echunga. And Jaden Hill, welcome to the Dreammaker once again.
Cheers, thanks boys. Good to be here again. With the stats here today, so we have Echunga average. The score is 106 to Lobethal 89. So that's against each other since 2010. And there has been 12 matches since 2010 between Echunga and Lobethal, and Echunga have won 10 and Lobethal 2, so that's pretty wayward.
What's that stat?
So since 2010 there's been 12 matches.
Yes.
Right, so I've got Echunga 10 to Lobethal 2.
That's interesting.
So yeah, and then with the average margin, last 5 games of Echunga, is 69.6, and the in all games since 2010, the average score that Echunga has scored here against Lobethal is 102 to Lobethal 94. So yes,
Chunga actually last win here at Lobethal. Sorry, by Lobethal out here at Echunga was actually in the 2016 season.
Yes,
Jaden, you're probably aware of that in
Yes, I'm aware of that,
round
yes.
7.
yes, correct.
So
They've
yes,
also met in the
yes.
preliminary final, which Echunga won, went into the grand final
Yep.
and won that.
absolutely. But as I mentioned in the pre-match, you can't take Lobethal lightly, as we saw last week. The second place Bulldogs, they really had to work hard to get over the line in the end, Rob.
Yeah, they were. They were unlucky, Lobie, not to win that one. Only got another goal or two in the third quarter, and they would have been all over them. But yeah, to Wonka's credit, I think they kicked 7-0 in the last quarter. So yeah, it was. Lobie were unlucky. So
Indy's
And also, as I
I've
said,
got-
joining us the 500 man, Indy. Welcome into the Call of the Wild for this week.
Good day, guys. Pleasure to be here.
every single ground you've gone to, you've got some memorabilia. What have you got today from Echunga?
Yeah, I got an Echunga scarf. It was the only one available in the club rooms. $25. Pretty nice.
Brilliant.
Looking
So what have you got
forward
in
to-
the souvenir room now from around the ground?
well, we got
in the
a
pool
Nan
room,
Bremer
we'd suggest.
beanie from
Nan Bremer beanie.
Nan Bremer,
Mount Barker.
Mount Barker cap and a Harndorf rugby jumper, if I'm correct.
Brilliant.
So yeah, 4
Brilliant.
so far.
Getting around there.
We've got 5 more to go.
still got 5 to go.
We just wonder what he's going to pick up next week at Goat Park, Rob.
A cold. It'll be that cold. So I don't know. We'll have to pre-order. Make sure they've got stock. So welcome aboard, Indy.
Now, as we look at the stats, Lobethal, 9 straight losses so far, Goldie, but as I said, unfortunately, just not getting over the line last week. Echunga have scored 135 points more, that's equivalent to 22 goals. But Lobethal have conceded 226 points more, 37 goals. So you just think that Echunga may well have the scoring power this afternoon, although missing a coach, of course, Coach Chad O'Sullivan, who we hope to have a chat with pre-match. But also a couple of other big outs for them this afternoon.
D Stone, he's huge.
Because Daniel Stone, the cult figure, the best mullet going around in country football, I'd suggest. He's out injured. And also Hamish Filkey, who's been pretty handy on the wing. And also young Riley Williams, who's been showing a bit of dash around. He's unavailable this afternoon. So certainly they'll miss Williams, of course, their third highest goals kicker at the moment.
We saw him against Mount Barker here. They were great that day. Then they demolished Nan in the last quarter and were looking for a top 3 spot there, Rob, but they've lost the last 2, as Pistol said, against Blackwood and Uradler. So now they're just trying to hang on to the 5.
Now their good is very good.
Yeah, very,
and their
very good.
bad is average. So yeah, consistency is the key for them. I think it's going to be a real interesting last 5 weeks, boys. I think with the logjam of teams vying for 4th and 5th spot, or even 3rd spot. So
Well, just on that, Rob, what are the positions at the moment?
where are we? We've got Barker on 7 wins. You'd say well, the definites Harndorf top. Onkers, you would say, would be top, either 2nd or 3rd. They've got 8 wins. Then you've got basically your Adler, Blackwood, Echunga and Lofty.
And Mount Barker?
Mount Barker, you'd say have got the front running on 3rd, but the other 4, yeah, there's a game between them, and percentage would be less than 1%. So, and they're all playing each other too, I think. I think next week we've got Onker and Harndorf.
No, Onkers and Lofty.
That's today.
Oh,
yep.
that's today.
But you're quite right, over the next few weeks.
That was a good
As we
call.
said, next week, which will be our call game,
Yep.
will be Onkers and Mount Lofty.
Yep. And I think Blackwood,
Blackwood and Harndorf.
I think. Just
Organised here. We should
Yeah,
have it in the
follow
budget,
that
which I
through
haven't
to
got
the
at the
budget.
moment.
But yeah, they're all starting to play each other. So yeah, I think it wouldn't surprise, at the end of the year with 4th and 5th being on percentage and 6th. So yeah, next week we've got Harndorf at Echunga.
That's an important game.
Yeah, so Lobie Blackwood, Lofty and Onkers. That's our broadcast game. Barker play Nan. So you would think the other outside of our broadcast game, the Harndorf would win, Blackwood would win. Lofty, they'd be a real good chance at home against Stonkers. Yeah, and then the week after you got Blackwood and Harndorf, Uradler, Lobe, Echunga, Lofty. That'll be a good one. Then Onkers and Barker. I think that's where we are that week. So they're all starting to play each other. So it could get down to the last game, last round of the year, where you've got Uradler playing Lofty, Blackwood playing Barker. So, yeah, those two games could decide 4th and 5th. So, yeah, it's a really good competition at the moment. Really good competition.
All right, we're here from Echunga Oval. That was looking ahead. We're here for round 14, Hills Football League Division 1 action, Echunga versus Lobethal. Central umpires today, we've got Ashley Brooks, Reese Williams. Boundary umpires, Brad Richardson, Liam Tansell, Josh Wilson. Goal umpires, Alan Christian, and also Rob Pudcrompton. So 6th on the ladder, Echunga versus Lobethal 9th. But as we saw last week, Lobethal can very much test the opposition sides, almost beating Onka Valley, and Echunga losing by 19 points to Uradler.
And just as we look out on the reserves game, it's Echunga having a pretty handy lead at this stage. Goldie 6-5 to 2-4 against the Tigers, so suggests that these two sides close together, so a battle of pride. They won't play finals, but it's always good to have a win, and I think there was only 1 point separating them on the bottom half of the premiership table. So Echunga, well on their way, suggest to have a win for coach Midge Warburton, who's been assisted this afternoon by Craig Filkey, of course, past Sturt and Blackwood Star, and of course the great man Daniel Stone is also assisting with his injury today. So you're probably hearing the special effects microphone ball right through in front of us in the Dreammaker. But as we said, a lovely day here this afternoon. Pleasant afternoon for round 14 Hills Football League Division 1 action here at Echunga Oval. So as we said, look at the two sides, Goldie, and
Yeah.
really, of course, Matt Fuller taking over as coach from Dickie Kleeman, who stepped down over the State Country Championships break. And Matt Fuller, who was an assistant at the start of the year, and he's actually taken over, which is probably a good move for the future, because Dickie having a few extra added business commitments, and Matt, well, gives him a chance to perhaps build a bit of a bond. And I haven't heard anything official, but you think he may well be the front runner to assume the roles full time next year. Sorry, but they did show, you know, not Jipman or Dickie, because a different voice, whatever, but they did actually show plenty of fight last week, didn't they, against the Doggies, the Tigers?
I guess today we'll find out whether it was a one-match sort of off performance, Pistols, because quite often new coach results in a bit of extra enthusiasm.
Well, we see it in the AFL ranks at the moment, so it transposes into whatever grade of football it happens in, that change the coach, and yeah, the side seems to pick up a bit and play out of their skin, so to speak. I don't know if it's a new voice and the players are keen to sort of make a good impression. I don't know. But also Matt Fuller, as we know what a difficult job it is actually serving as a playing coach, but he's certainly doing a good job. And Dickie Kleeman actually still on board as a assistant and also the team runner, so no thought of any disharmony there. It's just I think Dick, with his work commitments, has had to step down.
And just a reminder, once again, we're on HFL Media Hills Footy, or HFL Media Facebook page. You go on there and you look up at the top of the page, and you can watch the game live. If you've got any questions or any shout-outs, feel free to send them through, because we had a few last week, Pistols, didn't we?
Yeah, absolutely. If there's any
from Manila,
yes, as we
Greek
said, worldwide
Islands.
stream. If you have any issues or any questions, well, HFL Media, we're here for you, the Hills Football League supporters. So if you have any queries or want to make any comments on anything in Hills Football League, any sort of particular issues, I know we've had a few in the past relating to the junior program, and hopefully the Hills Football League can sort that out next year. But also, Rob, of course, the women's competition going gangbusters. I think the under-16 women's grand final is on tomorrow.
Tomorrow, 3 o'clock at Balhanna.
Is it 3 o'clock? No, I think that's a C grade.
C-grade.
I think the under-16 girls is at 12 noon. So if you get it at 3 o'clock, it might be a bit late, Rob. But
so I'll see the men, so the C grade. So yeah, so that's the women's, the open women, as they call them. I think their finals start 2 weeks time.
Still got a couple more minor rounds.
Games, so Yeah, we'll be there to. We might be there to see that one.
Give you a bit of a whisper that we might be covering it at HFL media.
Yeah, we might do it since it's the inaugural HFL Women's Grand Final. So, yeah, we'll see how we can work around that. So that'll be good for the women. So, yeah, interesting comp, I believe. So it's good to see the number of teams and clubs that have embraced that comp. And, yeah, hopefully we'll get a couple more on board again next year. So,
Boys, I thought we were going to perhaps wait to our great friend Colo, but unfortunately he's absent today. But
he's playing netball, isn't he?
Yes.
Ah, his wife's playing netball, so he's babysitting.
Well, they are playing Hardorf today.
Yeah,
rumour has it that
coincidental.
yes, because the man who kicked third highest goal scorer in a winning grand final by Onkers.
Was that 94?
Yes, which incidentally was against Hardorf. So perhaps they're having a special luncheon today. And needless to say, who the guest speaker would be. Would be Airman
Museum.
Would be Airman Colo. Would be showing them all through the cubicle, no doubt. The Shane Collins
crikey.
cubicle.
Yeah.
But we did discuss perhaps the the relevance of the state country championships, guys. When we look at it, I know Goldie, you would have covered it in the Courier, but a pretty dismal performance by the Eastern Zone, which included, of course, the Hills Football League representatives.
Yeah, and by all accounts, some people who went up there to do drinks ended up playing in the team. So
Really?
yeah,
Of course, it comprised Hills Football League, Riverland and Mallee Football League representatives, and I think we had about 9 guys who went up there. And look,
Yep.
don't get me wrong.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong, the guys who went up there, Cooper Skinner, who we'll be seeing this afternoon, he was one of them. But yeah, the relevance of it, and I've spoken a lot of times to people about the South Australian Country Championships, and I said perhaps it should go back to an individual league situation where you have the 6 zones playing at the moment. Just make it leagues, if I stand correct. I think there's something like 26 country football leagues in South Australia. That's diminished over a period of time through various reasons. But surely, as they do in Victoria, you play as a league. And there seems to be a bit more pride when you put on your league jumper than a zone jumper. And as I said, you're playing with guys that you haven't even probably seen until, as is the case a couple of weeks ago, roll up the Port Pirie and you meet blokes who you're playing in the zone team. You've never seen them before. Where a league situation, because you get to see these blokes week in, week out, and you form a bit of bond. You can actually train together, I'd suggest, in the build-up. And why not go back to a league situation rather than a zone, Rob?
And then they have like a knockout system whereby you play your 2 or 3 games and.
Yeah, and
And
whether
the
it's
top
done over the
teams.
case of the course of 3 years,
Yep.
and by the end of that, you can rightfully put your hand up and say, we are the best league in South
Yep.
Australia.
Yep. Yeah, they've probably got more relevance, Pistols, but I mean, we're at the beck and call, though, aren't we, of the community footy board and
Oh, of course,
what
and
they
also at the
decide
beck and call, the major power brokers, the AFL.
Yep.
And as we know, perhaps grassroots football doesn't get the feedback, Jaden, that it should from the higher level.
No, correct. I think some more assistance, like from the AFL to the country football leagues, would be much appreciated. And as I've done some research in the past about it, it could really, even by year, it could really improve the some little things AFL could do for country football would really be really good. So, but yeah, hopefully it improves as years to come. But we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
Couple of early listeners here, Pistols. We got Dylan. Hopefully I pronounce your names right here. Dylan Hoyle, Kerry Ann Ward, and Chris Allen all have liked the stream so far. At HFL Media Facebook page, we're live today from Echunga Oval.
And in the B grade Goldie, it's Chunga the home side 7-6 to Lobe 2 goal 5, and we're well into the last quarter.
So any questions today, or any shout outs, or where you're listening from, send them through, and we'll mention it on the stream. So hillsfooty.com, and also HFL Media Facebook page, and if you're at the ground or around the hills, 87.6 or 87.8.
And we just mentioned the Tigers to the, as we dub it, the Royal Echunga Golf Club end, or the northern end of the ground. They're just out on the number 2 ground at their Goldie, just going through their warm-ups.
Yep.
And significantly from the side, of course, we saw them last week in a very game effort against Onkers. And of course, James Elliott missing this afternoon from last week's team, and Josh O'Loughlin coming in as a replacement. But as such, perhaps more the same as they had last week. As I said, they really showed a bit of spirit and Well, they just needed, well, interesting enough, the Demons are out there on the same piece of turf. Let's hope they don't have a bit of a battle before the actual game starts, as both sides getting together in their warm-ups on the number 2 ground. So, interesting situation out there, Rob.
Bit of biffo, I hope. No.
Exchanging pleasantries before they actually get into it. No, not quite, but we expect a pretty good battle here this afternoon.
And Rob, you're out at ground level at the moment.
Yeah,
with the
no
keys.
breeze.
How's it looking?
Yeah, no breeze at all, Goldie. So it's perfect for footy, really. Ground's pretty solid, firm. Yeah, so yeah, it should be good conditions all the way through. No rains forecast, so hopefully it stays as is. And yeah, great day for footy.
There's a few of the opposite teams wandering past us. Because Cooper Skinner, as I noticed yesterday, Goldie on Facebook, actually went skydiving yesterday.
Yeah, I noticed
for
that.
a belated 21st present. Yep. So no doubt he'll be hoping to emulate that with some of those high leaping marks that he does with regularity. But yeah, dropping out of the plane yesterday, 65-second free fall, Goldie.
Have you ever done that, Rob? Pistols, Jaden?
I've fallen out of a few things, but never a plane. Hey?
No, I must say that's been a bit beyond me in that situation, but good young kid. And as I spoke about the state country championships, of course, young Cooper Skinner was one of the Hills representatives who went up there and played pretty well by all means. But and then you look at the selection of the state country side,
that was interesting.
boys, which I think is playing today.
Yeah, playing today.
Playing West Australian country over there in Perth. Not one representative from the Eastern Zone. Yet an Eastern Zone player got the nod as the best under-21 player at the Carnival, which was Troy Parker Byers from Harndorf, Goldie. How do we work that one out?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, interesting. As,
yeah.
It's the great man just wandering by, the president.
Benny Hull.
The Echunga Footy Club. We might get, Benny on for a bit of a quick chat. Benny, once again, thanks for the hospitality as the dream maker here at Echunga Oval. I said Ben Hull, the president of Echunga. Welcome aboard, Ben.
G'day, guys. Thanks for having us. And, yeah, welcome to another crack of a day. So thanks, guys.
Last time we were out here, of course, it was Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Day against Mount Barker. A very good win by your Demons, of course, but the whole context of the day seemed to be pretty successful, made a bit of money for such a valuable cause.
Yeah, no, it was really good. And then there was the playing group from the Mount Barker Footy Club that actually, I think they donated nearly up around $3,000.
Yes,
so which is just fantastic.
Really good
playing group, that's just absolutely fantastic. So yeah.
Now I notice Echunga involved in something, the Empowered Parenting Evening. Are you aware of that, being the president? So
yes.
Could you just fill us in about that?
Yeah, so we had a group work on the off-season about our future directions for the club, and one of the highlights they found was just an area of concern, not only for our club, but it seemed to be a lot of the clubs within HFL, but also other sporting codes as well, with the way things have changed with the digital world, with kids and whatnot, that it might be an opportunity for our club to be involved with getting a couple of guest speakers along and talk about how parents and kids engage in a better way for helping parents to learn about their kids and that sort of stuff as they grow older in this modern age. So both of these people that have organised it, but two Catherines, have school teaching backgrounds, and these guys have been heavily involved with schools in the past. And one of them's particularly been involved at Cornerstone, and yeah, so that's where it's really driven from. And hopefully, it's not to pump our club up or anything. It's actually to help parents and kids and that of this Hills region. So yeah.
So a community-based thing, but you said the Echunga Football Club having a pretty good, strong involvement, which is fantastic.
Yeah, so we've obviously got the ball rolling, and hopefully we have a lot of people get engaged with it and have a good time and actually learn something from it. So yeah.
Fantastic. And you can probably hear in the background the final siren going for the reserves here, Robbie. I think it's been a pretty easy win for the Echunga boys.
Yeah, 7-6 Echunga, 2-5.
So as the president, you'd be pretty happy with that result?
Oh yeah, definitely. And then with the under-18s having a contested game and a close one as well. So and also with the under-14s, it's good to see.
Fantastic.
So yeah, some good close games, which is good.
And just generally, since the last time we've been here, everything running smooth as the president?
You can never say smoothly, but as you're well aware. But listen, there's always pluses and minuses, but there's more pluses at the moment.
So we have some
which is
interesting
really good for our
characters
club.
as president. We have, of course, President Boris Johnson, President Trump, and President Hull. But out of the three, I reckon you'd be the most stable one there, Ben.
I'm far from those two. I've got no hair. That's one start. So yeah.
Fantastic. All right, Benny, we once again thank you very much for your hospitality this afternoon. Always good for us out here at Echunga, and we wish you all the best, not just for today. And a real bottleneck, we were just talking in the pre-match about games are so important to win at this stage of the season, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you look at it. You look at what probably 4 weeks ago, before we headed into the country champs break, there was 6 teams from second to seventh, about a game and a half to split it. So it's just opened up a little bit now, which is typical heading into finals. But yeah, our A-grade boys have been a little bit disappointing, but they're on the move and on the hunt for some more success, so we can hit that top 5 as we head to September.
Certainly have had a couple of good scouts, as we saw at Mount Barker in our previous visit out here, and then also knocking over Blackwood over at Blackwood earlier in the season.
Yeah,
but then,
that was
unfortunately
early,
dropping to 1 here. So
yeah, no, this would be good, and then we head off to Harndorf next week, and then we have Mount Lofty back here, and then we've got Mount Barker away, and then I think we finish with Nan. So yeah, a couple of winnable games there, and a couple of big games as well. So it should be good.
Absolutely. All right, Ben, thanks very much for your time, and as I said, wish you all the best for today and for the rest of the season, and thank you very much for your hospitality as always.
Thanks again,
No,
mate.
thanks guys,
No
enjoy
worries.
the day.
All right, we might
Good luck, mate.
take a break, and we'll be back here shortly for the commencement of the game here on HFL Media.
Hi, I'm Tim Jenkin here from the Lobethal Football Club, and you're listening to The Vibe of Hills Football on HFL Media.
Hi, this is umpire Pete Humphreys, and the best decision you can make is to listen to HFL Media.
Back here at Echunga Oval, as both sides are out on the ground for the start of the senior match.
Yeah, mate.
And we might cross down here to Benny Goldfinch, down at ground level. So we'll just see if Benny's available. Benny Goldfinch, take it away.
Take it away, Benny. As he turns his mic on.
Yeah, I've just on the spot here, Pistols. Yeah, well, guess I'll head out to the middle. Dallas has got the... Jaden, do you want to join us?
No worries.
Just going to head out to the middle. Hopefully we'll grab a word from... Oh, there he is, Chad O'Sullivan. I'll just go and have a quick word to chat. You want to go out in the middle, Jaden?
Yeah, no worries.
Just a quick word. Jaden, you want to join us? Head out. All right, yourself. Hopefully still got us here. Yep, all good. Well, massive game today. Lobethal proved last week that they can match it with the best. Your best is right up there, as you know, top 3. But it all comes down to today, I suppose.
Yeah, it certainly does. We're at the crossroads for our season, and you know, we know last time we played them, they're going to be a completely different outlook this today. Got some new ins as well, but yeah, if we put it together, we're very good, but hopefully we can do it today. I had a few close games the last few weeks, just ironed out a few things. We've got a pretty young team. Harry Clark playing his first senior game, so it gives some guys good opportunities.
Personally, yourself, yeah, how's the body at the moment?
Probably got a bit greedy and not respecting my age. Come back a little bit too early from a hammy 3 weeks, and then did it again. So hopefully after the Harndorf game in a couple of weeks I'll be right. But yeah, everything else is good. Mind, just got to get the soft tissues right at the old age.
What are you looking forward today in this first quarter from the lads? Lobethal led first quarter, second quarter, 3/4 time last week against Onkers. What are you looking for from your guys though?
We're just looking for the intensity. Hopefully their minds are right. yeah, just want to see a lot of link ball from the half-back, and hopefully we can just have some good transitions of play from the half-back going forward. So, yeah, it's a big game.
Is it different being on the sidelines as a coach, obviously, to out in the middle? How do you go about it on the sidelines as a coach?
Yeah, definitely different. I like being out there. Actually, you can see something and you can fix it when you're out there. Restructure players immediately. Where here you got to rely on the runner. Obviously, you get a good view from the side, but being out in the ground, I reckon you see more of the inside stoppages, and it's a lot better to get the feel of the players and you get in their heads more than standing on the sidelines like a spectator. Yeah.
Well, all the best, Chad, and thanks for joining us.
No worries, good luck.
Thanks very much.
Today's gonna be
There you
the
go,
day.
Jeffrey.
Okay, we'll go to Jaden Hill. Will tell us about the conditions out there. Jaden.
Echunga kick into the primary school end of screen. They called heads and won the toss. And just listening to some of the Lobethal players, they're talking about hunger. They really are keen to get this game underway and really keen to bring the hunger against Echunga and hopefully contest the win here. So, yeah, should be great conditions for footy and should be a good game, I reckon.
Thanks very much there to Jaden Hill. I love that the quote already, the hunger from Echunga. Good work there, Jaden. So both sides taking up their positions. As we said, Echunga will be going towards the primary school end here. Just about all in readiness here. So umpire holds the ball aloft. We're off round 14 action. Echunga taking on the Lobethal Tigers. Cranner and ruck for Echunga gets the ball down. First to get this Adam Edwards. He's infringed. Grabbed without the ball, so he'll take the first possession. Handballs it off to the runner, David Carter for the Demons. They go inside towards 50 for the first time. Getting back and taking a good mark is young Mitchie Jenkin for the Tigers. So Junior Jenkin goes short up the line and finds Jackie Bampton, the little man, Jack Andrew, and the ball along the pavilion side of the ground. Elects to go short to the lead of past skipper, the tractor, Timmy Jenkin, 151 games today for the Tigers. Jenkin arches the back as he goes towards half forward, looking for Joe Zatto. Good spoil over the top there for the Demons, brings it down. Ball on the outer side, looks like Wood, I think it is. Sorry, no, it might have been Ellsworthy there. Slung to the ground and a good tackle. The umpire says he had no prior, so we'll come in and ball up.
Yeah, it certainly will, Pistols. Just on the edge of the 50. Snapped by Braden Fisher, inside attacking 50. It's gone deep, but a nice mark there for the Demons. Ryder moves it outside of the defensive 50.
Good
Looks
work
like
there
it's
from
yep.
Dylan Ribbons, the rib tackler.
And umpire says, I will have it.
So pleasant conditions here for this important round 14 contest, particularly for Echunga, as we said, 2 games out. Need a win today. Bampton tries to shred his way out from the ruck contest. He's taken in a good strong tackle applied by the tackling man in Rubenek. So it's Dylan Rubenek winning the free kick for a strong tackle. So outer wing area. Rubenek surveys what's on offer, then goes long down the line. Big leap there from front of the pack was from Jackaway. Ball comes down, but in the meantime, umpire has picked out an infringement. And it's going to go to Joshy Rogers for the Demons. So exciting young teenage product, that's for sure. Rogers, waste no time, goes inside 50, looking towards ace territory. He got 11 of them last time against the Tigers. Offhand taken by Ribbon, gets a quick shot away. Umpire moves a little bit too much, the goal umpire, and it's through for a minor score. First score of the game goes to Echunga, a minor one. And we've played just over 2 minutes here, round 14 on Call of the Wild.
Stanbury to bring it in, I reckon here, Pistols for Lobethal from the tennis court end. Spotted our first dog just going around the goals here. So Stanbury just brings it out of the square, off he goes, kicks it out towards the outer side. Big Cranner will position himself. It's gone over the top of those, could have been a push out. Well, running onto it is the tractor, Timmy Jenkin. Did it cleverly, gathers it. The umpire says it's gone out of bounds. Gee, he licking the chops there, Pistols.
I tell you what, it was almost set up for a Manasseh-style run for the tractor, but unfortunately, the Academy boys sport the party, Goldie.
Boundary throw in. Centre wing, Cranner in the ruck against Voigt. He was very impressive last week out of the ruck, just grabbing the ball out towards the boundary line. Good use of the body. And that's gone out of bounds. Still in the same area, centre wing. And big match for Echunga to try and get back into the 5. Cranner cleverly flicks it on, tried to get it Edwards. It's flicked on, here's Jackie Bampton. He's under close pressure. And once again, another stoppage.
Important question, boys. Who's
picking the best player.
Well, good of you to volunteer, Rob, sitting down there in Colo's chair, because I knew it was Colo's turn this week. So nice of you to do the proxy. So we'll wait and see what you come up with at the end of the line. Meanwhile, the Chunga skipper, Clint Guy, threads his way out of trouble, gets the ball towards the wing area. But ball beats all the players over the line. So once again, we'll have a ball up and a ball in. So certainly the ruckman to the fore in this opening couple of minutes of this game. So Voigt and Cranner. Cranner wins over the back for Echunga. Matt Fuller in there, the playing coach. Ball thread out by Jenkins and Timmy. Finally the kick forward for the Tigers. But getting back and taking a good rebounding mark there is Jackie Liston. Of course, his brother Buddy missing.
Oh, chopped out.
But chopped out there as he kicked it straight to Joe Zatto. Of course, Mum and Dad back from Manila where they listened last week. Gets it forward, but once again, Reuter taking his second defensive mark for the Demons. So Henry Reuter, vice captain, surveys what's on offer, comes towards our broadcast side, sets it up here in front is Ellis over the top of the hands, taken by Pring. He's held up in a good tackle there, perhaps lucky to get away with it as he goes to ground with the ball under him. But good work there by Nathan Ellis, another one of the exciting young Demons on offer. So a ball up will occur. We played 4.5 minutes first term. Chunga 1 point, lead the Tigers yet to score.
Clint Guy tried to flick it out from the stoppage. Coming through is Adam Edwards, chopped out by Zatto cleverly. It was taken by Reinbrecht. Both sides chopping it out there. Snap round the corner. In fact, that was Shoemaker, I reckon. And it's gained about 20 metres. So Echunga kicking towards the tennis court end in this third term. Be interesting to see how Joel H goes today. As Pistol said, kicked 11 last time these two sides met. Clint Guy did that cleverly, pushed off a player. Edwards tries to push off Jim Jenkins under pressure from Boyd as well. Here's Guy, kicks it inside 50. Here's that man we're talking about. Oh, could have been a push out by Aish. It's inside 50 now for the Demons. Hot pressure. Good work from the Tigers, and they'll clear it. Pistols out to the wing.
Yeah, good work by Mitchy Jenkins. Got it out wide towards teammate and Turpin. He had a bit of a fumble. Ball coughed up there. Ellsworthy comes in. He's got close attention from a Demons opponent. And finally, the umpire will come and ball it up. But good work there from young Mitchy Jenkins, junior Jenkins. And as we said, last time they met, Lobethal kicked 6 goals, Age kicked 11, so they'll be pretty keen to restrict him this afternoon. Voigt,
there he goes again.
Quick kick away as he does, often comes to Fisher, sweeps out a handball to Jack Andrew Banton. In turn, he goes out
good
wide,
vision.
Finds Jenkins, the old firm combining once again, puts it up forward.
Lovely kick.
Towards King, off hands. King pulls the ball back under him. He's got good pressure there from Ellis. Perhaps lucky as Goldie heard in the background, but Ryan
kicked 3 goals in the quarter last week.
Kicked 2 in succession last week, and umpire Taylor with good feed on that occasion. Anyway, Cranner wins the ball down, hooked back by Pocock. Diving in it is Jesse Edwards. He's wrapped up by King, and we'll be about 45 metres out from the golf club end.
Check out the hairdo, boys.
Attacking. Sorry, Rob, what'd you say? Say anything, Rob?
Sorry, Rob.
Check out the hairdo of the academy.
Wow.
Oh, that is
my God, that's a ripper.
Sideshow Bob.
Bit of sideshow Bob work there for the academy boy. No doubt he knew that broadcast this afternoon. He just went to the hairdresser during the week. Meanwhile, the action's back with Clint Guy, the serious action, as he puts it forward, looking for Ace territory coming out. And that's a good, strong mark taken by Joshy Rogers. So he'll probably have the first real set shot of the afternoon. No, he feeds it off. Turned over there. I don't know what happened there.
He was looking for Ace there, I think.
Yeah, well, the kick missed him by a mile. Meanwhile, the action's with Voigt out on the outer wing, who takes a good, strong mark. But, I don't know what Rogers was trying to do there. But, anyway, Voigt moves the ball forward. In time, he's almost picked out a teammate he has. So, catastrophe of errors at the moment as big Sammy Cranner accepts a awkward pass given off there to the run of a teammate there in Ben James. He drives forward. His chance going for Rogers. He's got 2 Tigers to beat as he takes the ball to ground just over the cricket pitch area, and the umpire will come in and ball it up. So still 1 behind on the board to Echunga. Tigers yet to get on the scoreboard, and we've played 7.5 minutes here on the call with the Wild HFL Media.
On the edge of the 50 for the Tigers as the runners sent out for the Tigers. So left half forward area for Echunga. Clawton, nice little pass out to Rogers. He's a talented youngster, kicks the ball deep inside 50 for Echunga. 1-on-2, Joel H looking for a free kick. Ball off hand, snap around the corner. And it's collected by Stanbury with the snap coming there for Echunga by Reinbrecht. So the Tigers should clear here.
Joey Zatto with the ball half-back flank area. He expects to go back into the corridor. Could be dangerous as it could cause a turnover. Intercepted there.
No,
good
good
work
tackle
by young Liam Place. Good work by the youngster. Gathered there by another good youngster for the Tigers in Jenkin. He's sweeping handball intercepted by Edwards. I think got it in a big crowner. He hooks it forward with the left. Bouncing ball. Ace coming to meet as Stevie Huckster. He's got support back there from the tractor. Danger here as Ace takes possession. Was he ridden into the ground? No, said the umpire. So just a couple of costly turnovers.
What's
there.
the score, Pistols?
The score is 1 behind.
Yep.
To Lobie yet to score.
Yet to score. So it's inside 50 here. I'm just going to update the live stream just so people know what the score is.
As I said, if you're taking us in on HFL Media Facebook site, you want to comment on the game or anything in the Hills Football League, send us a message and we'll try and accommodate you. Meanwhile, the ball comes back here to Rogers. Quick kick by Reinbrecht, bouncing ball. Umpire Pud Cropton signals a minor score. So Echunga 2 behinds. And the Tigers yet to get on the board here. 9 minutes ticked over here, first term round, 14 action. HFL Media coming to you from Echunga Oval this afternoon.
Yeah, and just a reminder, we'll go around the grounds at hopefully quarter time, half time, 3/4 time from big matches today. So Stanbury for the Tigers clears the ball. Flying in from the side there for the Tigers was Caleb Wood. And umpire holds it up. So it's outside 50 now for Echunga. As Pistol said, have kicked 2 points. Lobethal yet to get on the board.
So umpire Ruckjewel. Voigt won the ball down, follows up with a good strong tackle, as does Netsky. I think that's Edwards underneath that, as a Jesse variety. Ball held under him, so he couldn't get it out. So the umpire will come in once again. Another ruck contest. So Voigt, Cranner palms it down. Ribbon's working hard in there. Looked like Liam Place. He's dispossessed.
Oh, here they go.
Feed the ball out into Zaddo. Zaddo goes back. Gives it to a teammate racing through. Tries a little foot pass across. Grab it by Caleb Wood. He balks.
Ooh.
Goes to ground under pressure. Bouncing ball coming to meet his Carter. Feigned a handball then wrapped up in a big strong tackle there by Turpin, I think it is. Sorry, that's actually Ashley Fuller. And once again, the ruckman will do battle. So Cranner in front. Gets the ball down. Good tap down to Jacko. Gets it across to a teammate in the skipper and Guy. High kick towards forward line coming to his big Cloughton, who interestingly played a half in the B grade earlier. Taken by Mitch Jenkins. He goes, slips to ground at the vital moment under pressure from Rogers. And looks like the frizzy head academy boy will come into play here, Goldie.
Yeah, we'll get his first look today, Rob.
Yes, let's check out his style.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it's good.
Right, a bit short, but that's all right. Cloughton will grab it, get onto his non-preferred right boot. That's a pretty good kick actually on the non-preferred. Joel Aish, lovely kick from the big man. He's normally a left footer, and that's a lovely kick to position. And Joel Aish should have no drama here, I reckon, from basically directly in front, 15 metres out.
As you said, Goldie, Meg, a very good kick on his non-preferred. Perhaps he's been having some secret lessons with our man Colo at the academy during the week, but he centred the ball nicely. So here's the chance for Aces, who said he kicked 11 in their previous meeting, and there's the first one in the afternoon for him, and the first one on the board. So it's Echunga 1-2, leading the Tigers yet to score. 11 and a half minutes gone here in the first term. Robbie Sherwood.
Yeah, and there's very little breeze to speak of still, boys. But, I mean, the game's opened up. It's been pretty scrappy the first 8 or 9 minutes. So, yeah, you'd expect Echunga to continue to keep kicking. They're trying to kick the ball in long, aren't they, to Aish? And, yeah, it's just become a bit of a congested game at the moment. So
his 41st goal of the season. Of course, he sits in second position on the overall goal-kicking tally behind Darcy Hurrigan. So the next best is, of course, Rogers was 19. So it just shows you that all the eggs in one basket with Aish. When he fires, so do the Demons. Back in the centre, Cranner wins a tap down, taken by Ribbons, but stolen off him and moved forward by the Tigers. Voigt spilt the mark, backing up. There was Echunga through Ellis. Gets support from Reuter, long sweeping movement along the outer wing. Coming in here as usual was Adam Edwards. Ball comes back here to Timmy Jenkins, gives it to Fisher. Fisher's got a loose man out here and accepts honours the lead of Ashley Fuller.
Ashley Fuller, he goes out to Voigt, I reckon, or he's kind of picked that up on the half ball. He goes to Timmy Jenkins. He goes with a little pass to Zaddo. Kind of meeting a sandwich there, 4-on-1. And he just said, I'll have this right in the middle of 4
top
players.
of the square stuff, Goldie. So, yeah.
So it's interesting there. He, managed to get free, and there was 4 Demons there, and Zaddo in the right spot, right time. So Joey Zaddo has only kicked the 4 goals for the season so far, but this is an important shot towards the golf course and sets the ball on its way. The goal umpire doesn't move. So that's a good reply by the Tigers as the first goal came at the other end. So Joey Zatto putting the Tigers on the board there, one straight, trailing Echunga 1 goal to 13.5 minutes gone. Robbie Sherwood.
Yeah, and that was set up by Timmy Jenkin out on the wing, kicked it in top of the square, and Joe Zatto in the right spot, and yeah, marked it in between 4 Echunga players. So yeah, good passage of play by Lobie. So see what happens when it goes up again.
So ball being relayed back to the centre. So once again, Cranner and Ruck for Echunga, who'll be doing battle against the Tigers skipper and Fisher. So umpire moves in. Pleasant afternoon here at Echunga in a very important game of football. Ball goes up. 0-0 draw, I'd say. Ribbons try to toe poke it forward. Left for skipper in Clint Guy. Good work at ground level. Puts it out, taken by Nadsy Edwards. Drives it toward the pocket. Here's Ace, quick on the lead. Gathers the ball, then spills it. Taken in the back pocket there, and finally the ball over the boundary line, and looks like
Young Jenkin again, is it?
Might have been Cooper Skinner on that occasion, the skydiving man. Cloughton wins the ruck down for the Demons. Once again, a pack situation. Will the ball further out? Yes, it does. Scrambling in that forward pocket area, close to the boundary line, I suggest. Finally, the ball comes out into Ribbons. Can he get it, boot the ball? Great tackle applied by Chicken Wing style by Nitsky Goldie, and he couldn't get the ball clear Ribbons, so the Boundary Academy boy will come into play. Left forward pocket as Echunga work towards the primary school win in the first term. Ruck does the duel, comes down, once again locked up in a pack. Can it be fed out? Yeah, comes around there. I think it was Jesse Edwards, goes backwards, trying to find support. Ball spills out here towards Big Cloughton. The Guy gives it to Ribbons. Can he get free? No, dispossession, a tackle there by Pring, I think it was. So bit scrappy football. Here's the Tigers keenly defending the goal faces. Echunga certainly making a move. In fact, that was Joe Zatto with that tackle.
So it's inside 50 for Echunga, and Edwards wraps up Huckster. Just a reminder, the umpires today, we've got Ashley Brooks, Reese Williams, just the two today. So it's inside 50 here for Echunga. Here we go. Clawton to Ribbons, got a kick away, and it's gone through for a minor score. So Echunga go to 1-3 now. Lobethal 1-1. And we've gone, I think, 16 minutes pistols in the opening quarter.
Yeah, Jaden Hill quickly to forward 50 entries. I think Echunga will be well on top.
Yep, so it's 10-4 in the inside 50. So you're right, Pistol, definitely on top there.
And Echunga 1-3 leading the Tigers, one straight goal. And 16 minutes just ticked over here on the quarter wall on HFL Media, thanks to Mortgage Choice, Adelaide Star Buses, Jarrett Nissen, Chris Shaw Accounting, and Ned Whiskey. Meanwhile, the Tigers working the ball forward, taken by the skipper and Fisher. He'll go inside 50. Looking for Hopgood there, he's dispossessed. Getting back to his
good
Carter.
tackle.
Carter strings out of trouble. King grabs the ball. Good follow-up work there by Echunga. Ball hurt in, I think that's Fuller in there.
Indy, you got any stats at the moment?
Yeah, Lobethal with the slight tackle advantage, 15-11. Yeah, it's been a pretty lackluster game for marks inside 50. Only 3 for the game, 2 in favour of the Tigers and 1 for the Demons. So, yeah, it's been a pretty scrappy game so far. It's definitely been more down to ground.
There's a chance for him to improve that inside 50 marking tally, but the ball goes to ground. It was Wood under pressure from Big Cloughton. So once again, the umpire will come and ball up. So Cloughton doing the ruck work with Fisher, pushes him out the way. Trying to get it forward was Nitsky. Out here towards Rogers, takes a mark. Did that go 10 metres? I think it went 10
metres high.
Yeah, absolutely. So Joshy Rogers taking the benefit of the paid mark. So as we said, second highest goal kicker so far with 19 for the season, a chance for his 20th. So exciting young youngsters. I think represented the HFL at under 18 level against River Murray Goldie.
Yep.
So Joshy Rogers will be some 45 metres out, kicking towards the Echunga Primary School end. Little breeze on off, I'd suggest. So Rogers sets it on its way. It's going to drift across the face and through for a minor score. So Echunga, as we said, dominating the inside 50 entries, but 1-4. Lobethal hanging in there with just the 1 goal. As 18 minutes are ticked over here on the Quarter Wild. Round 14 action coming to you from Echunga Oval.
So kick in for the Tigers, goes into the back pockets, taken by Stanbury. He's looking further upfield. He's got Bampton on, goes over the top of him. And taken by Nitschke. Void will push on now. It's taken by Jack Bampton. He goes a little short pass to centre half back. Finds Hopgood. Good run here by the Tigers. Here goes Hopgood off for a dash in the middle of the oval. This is
well
brilliant
done.
play. Kutafiti's like almost at the ball control. Kick
It
inside
was.
50. Trying to get it Cladle Wood in the forward pocket. Taken by Pocock. He goes to Carter. Carter kicks the ball out of the 50. Fisher will put himself in the front position here and take a nice mark. That was a great run by Hopgood in the middle of the oval.
Absolutely. The, of course, past Arndorf Jr. Great form. Bit of candy work and then used the ball well. So Braden Fisher, said the skipper this season of the Tigers. Leading goal kicker with Jack Bampton so far for the season with 12 apiece. So this is an important kick, virtually just in front of us, the dream maker here. So
Back far enough.
Yeah, so he'll be just inside the 50-metre arc, I suggest, when he takes his kick towards the golf course end. So Braden Fisher, of course, past West Adelaide player.
What's coming?
Is he loud for the wind? Didn't quite. Yes, it
Point.
did. Crenna taking the mark, but just over the line, signals the goal umpire. So Lobethal move on to 1-1. Echunga a 1-goal for 19 and a half minutes gone here in term 1. So tight game here at Demon
How
Park.
many minutes have we gone?
Just ticked over 19 and a half minutes.
Oh,
Ball comes
well
around,
done.
taken here by Voigt. Voigt sends the Tigers back inside 50. Here's King. He's got 2 to beat.
Oh.
Perhaps went a bit too early. I'd suggest trying a Gary Ablett over Pert
Yep.
situation, but he couldn't hold it, and the resultant free kick goes.
Everything's going back to 94 today, Pistol.
Resultant free kick comes out into Rubenek. So Dylan Rubenek with the ball for the Demons. Goes short to the lead of Ribbons.
Yep, Ribbons on the edge of the square. Off he goes. Dangerous player. Kicks the ball to half forward. 2 big men down there. Claughton's one of them. He's mobile. Collected here for Lobethal by O'Loughlin. But it's taken by Echunga. Guy kicking to the forward pocket. The intended target there was Aish. Oh, he's kept it in. Clever. Squares the ball. Lovely to Rogers.
Yeah, great football there by Aish. Gathered the ball at pace and almost, as you said, Kutafiti style with one hand. And then sended the ball nicely to the lead of Rogers. So Rogers, who just previously had a shot at goal, it just drifted across. This time he's on the opposite side of the ground, probably a similar distance out as he heads towards the primary school end. So Josh Rogers, as we said, 19 goals for the season so far. We're right behind it. Oh, it's actually touched the man on the mark. Yes, as Mitchell Jenkins accepts it, kicks it away, goes out wide and finds Henry Voigt. The big ruckman, of course, joined the Tigers mid-season from Sturt.
What'd you think of that kick, Goldie?
It was a pie floater.
It was a shocker.
The shocker's back. We haven't heard that for a while, Robbie Shearwood. As Mitchell Jenkins again brings the ball across, finds Joshua O'Loughlin in front of the members' pavilion. Up here to Pring. That's a good strong mark by Pring. Gets off to a run of Nitsky, so the Tigers working forward. Great lead there, finds Fuller, the playing coach. He'll waste no time moving. It goes inside 50.
That's a great
King's back there, and Fisher moves the body well as Fisher out the back. And meanwhile,
What's
the
he calling
umpires
here?
has called
Oh,
it.
he's got Lobethal.
Well, Fisher used the body well, but gee.
Let's have a look at the replay.
I'd like to see that one again.
Well, you
the
can
highlights.
if you want. Here we go.
But we won't pass comment.
Have a look at the replay here, Pistols.
Well, good use of the body as Nitsky takes it in. And Fisher
Went to
well,
Fuller. Fuller goes on the left. Goes long.
Well,
maybe
yeah, a bit of both play on in my book, but
Hanging
anyway,
on.
the umpire didn't see that, and it's Braden Fisher almost having another shot from virtually the same position, boys, as he did not long
Well, he
ago.
should get the range now.
So, yes,
There we
this
go.
time as he went from his first kick, he certainly has, as Fisher stirs through the second goal for the Tigers. His first for the afternoon, they go to 2-1. Leading Echunga 1-goal for here on HFL Meter. Rob Shearwood.
Yeah, I think they're up and about the last 5 minutes, or Lobie boys. So that was a good passage of play. So started down back and by Nitschke and then came through the middle of the ground. So ended up with Fisher getting the free kick for hanging on, I think it would have been, boys.
Yes, I think so. So
But no.
22 minutes expired as, well, the afro-haired. What if he has to put in extra work, I think, running down the line, the Boundary Academy boy, with that mop of hair.
He must be a new one. We haven't seen him this year, have
No,
we?
certainly impressive, Academy boy. Right, back in the centre, Voigt and Cranner. Cranner gets the ball out, taken away by Tractor Jenkins. He's held up, manages to get to Jack Bampton. Bampton goes inside to King. King braces himself, but a good spoil from behind. I think that was Ellis. make sure the marking attempt was not there. So Tigers, as Robbie Sherwood said, certainly lifting the ante in the last few minutes. Gold.
Yeah, Timmy Jenkins been good, hasn't he?
We'll go to stats shortly again with Indy and Jaden. Meantime, ball's inside 50 for the Tigers. Clearing kick from Echunga out towards the boundary. We'll start with Indy this time. Indy, inside, your stats?
Yeah, marks inside 50 have evened out a little bit. Echunga actually have the advantage now, but of course, the lack of ability to seize those opportunities. The free kick count has also been quite even. Echunga in slight favour, or slight advantage of 4 free kicks to 3. So yeah, I don't think we should get too many angry fans by the end of this one.
Kick inside 50, taken by Fuller.
Cleverly
goes to Fisher. He'll have a shot for goal. Oh, hit the upright. Peppering the Tigers. And Jaden, inside your stats?
Yeah, so inside 50s we have 14 to 9 in favour of Echunga, and kicks we have 34 from Echunga to 40 to Lobethal.
I'd suggest in the last few minutes the inside 50 count has certainly increased for the Tigers as the kick out comes from Jack Liston. Zato cuts it forward, taken by Jenkin. Turn gets it on to a teammate there.
Another
Who
one.
gets it forward in Turpin it was.
Turpin.
Shot towards the top of the line, off hands and through for another rush behind. So the Tigers certainly peppering the goals in the closing stages this term. They're 2-3, leading Echunga 1 goal 4. So Tommy Liston once again, Jack Liston will bring the ball back into play. Out of side the Collins square, runs out, goes bang, big clout and gets there, but brought down by Rogers, his teammate, who follows up with a good strong tackle applied there, right next to the cricket pitch area, so the umpire will come in and ball the game up. So pretty entertaining first quarter here, an important game for Echunga, as they try 1-4 to 2-3 at this stage as quarter time beckons. 25 minutes gone first term.
Edge of the centre square,
Holding the
umpires
ball.
coming in, holding it up. Free kick for
Nitschke.
Lobethal, about 60 or 70 metres out, and it'll go to Nitschke. Interesting return.
He's
of
been
the ball
good
there.
too, boys.
So Nitschke, who's he got on? Spot up kick,
Oh.
over ribbons, just got a hand in it, and should be clear there. Guy goes with the handball, clearing out a defensive 50. It'll be Hampton up against Clawton and also Stanbury. Holding Echunga, free kick. Clawton gets on, well, eventually. Oh, he's gone. Where's the talk?
Well done, Joe Zato.
Not the best signs there as Zato earns a free kick for the Tigers pistol and look to go out here to Bampton.
Yeah, quite right, Goldie. No talk, unfortunately, for Clawton as he's run down. Meanwhile, the ball goes out wide. Here taken by Ellsworthy. Caresses the ball along the flank area, finds Voigt. The big fella goes bang towards the top of the square. Oh, as the siren goes and perhaps
Off
cut.
hands, minus score.
Yeah, minus score. It is recorded.
Yep, recorded.
Yes, so...
Hey, Jaden and Indy, do you want to each go out to the huddles?
Yep.
Yep.
So quarter time here, an entertaining first term has Echunga 1-4 and the Tigers in charge 2-4. So one straight kick the distance here, the difference here, boys. And a pretty, well, start off a bit of a scrappy opening, Robbie, but then the sides seem to warm to the task, particularly Lobethal.
Yeah, Lobie have been pretty good the last 10 minutes of the quarter. I think they hadn't scored until then. They've got, what, 2-3 or 2-4 on the board. So, yeah, Timmy Jenkins been good, and
Fisher, he's presented
Fisher and Voigt and 32 who came into it, King. So, yeah, but they've lifted all over the ground. Nitschke down back. So yeah, they're playing a good brand of footy. So it's opened up a little bit.
So goal kickers in that first term for Lobethal, Zato and Fisher, and Joel Ace with just a single for Echunga. As the boys have wandered out to the centre. As I said,
interesting Pistols and Goldie with Cranner obviously doing the ruck work in the centre of the ground for Echunga, and Matty Clawton just basically playing as a key forward up beside Aish and doing the ruck work up forward. So not sure if that's working at the moment.
All right, you're on HFL Media, coming to you live and direct from Echunga Oval. We'll be back with the start of the second term shortly.
Hi folks, it's Graham Corn speaking, and you're taking in the best of Adelaide Hills community footy right here on HFL Media.
Hi, this is Daniel Lackenby from the Nambrama Footy Club, and you're listening to the Hills Football League here on HFL Media.
This is Jack Bampton from the Lobethal Football Club, and you're with HFL Media, keeping you up to date on the Mortgage Choice Hills Football League.
Hi, this is Daria Gavrilova, and when I'm not on court, I enjoy a surf of community sport here on HFL Media.
And our girl Daria there, unfortunately, Wimbledon not proving as productive as we think Goldie, and also she's lost a bit of a follow-up tournament I see in the first round, but anyway, she'll keep battling on as we do in HFL Media style, Robbie.
Yes, we do, and we've got some good some half-time scores from the MCG. Carlton are 50, Crows are 34, and down in Tasmania halfway through the third quarter, Hawthorn and Brisbane Lions are tied away at 42 apiece. So that's after last night's game, young Jeffrey, where Richmond only had a 5-goal win in the end. So good signs for Collingwood coming back.
Sorry, Rob, I was watching some wild documentary on SBS last night, so I didn't actually get to see the Magpies and the Tigers. But no, full credit to Richmond. They played very well and suggest that they're starting to build at the right time of the season. But,
yeah, I think they
Indy's
might be the
right
team
in
to
there
beat.
here at the Echunga huddle. He's got his pen and paper, just scribing down everything Chad O'Sullivan says. And we've got Jaden also in the Lobethal group. So we should have it all covered here.
So interesting chat pre-match, Goldie, because with Chad O'Sullivan.
He's letting rip now, tell you.
Yes, we've just seen remonstrating with the players there. Actually, might be able to pick him up the special effects, Mike. In the,
he's getting into him.
Perhaps Goldie get their finger on that 7-second dump button.
Yeah, might have to.
I reckon they're saying, looking at Indy, saying, who's this character? He couldn't get much closer.
They probably think he's part of the coaching staff.
He's a good lad. He's a good lad.
The 500
I think
boy.
he's got enough. Yep, he's happy with that.
Enough. It's, finally, the Demons.
He's happy with everything he's
group
got.
Spreads, and we'll cross out to Jaden. Jaden.
Matt Fuller addressed that their first half that quarter was not up to standard, but they said they definitely improved in the second quarter. And I listened to some of their forward line, and they said that we'll just get in front and get front and centre, because they labelled their Echunga's defence as classic defence. So they said just get just pick their targets well, and hopefully they can improve in that quarter.
Okay.
That's better than Dipper, Pistols. That's fantastic.
At quarter time, as we go around the grounds, Mount Lofty 3-4, Nan Bremer 3 goals. So as I said, we'll...
And Indy, Echunga, what was the word there? It seemed pretty vocal.
Yeah, so the Echunga huddle was pretty interesting and actually a bit aggressive, if you ask me. So the players are definitely talking a lot about their lack of conveyance and their ability to their inability, I'd say, to shut down Lobethal at their opportunities. They always seem to blaze away. The coach definitely spoke about getting some numbers back and trying to get some men in front. So yeah, I think they'll definitely be trying to go back, and they're also going to try and get around the play more, go down the corridor a little bit less. Yeah, it's quite interesting. We'll see what kind of influence that has on each other this quarter.
Well, it might have an influence now, because Joel Aish has got a shot at goal for the Demons' second goal here, Pistols, to bring it back level, I believe. So Joel Aish, tight on the boundary line, as we said, kicked 11 goals against Lobethal early in the season. How's this one? That's a good start, perfect start there. Just what Coach Chad O'Sullivan was after. And so scores a level.
So 2-4 apiece. Inside the first minute, as we said, Coach Chad O'Sullivan venting his feelings at quarter time break, and certainly the reply came immediate as Ace goaling in the first minute of the second term. So as Goldie said, 2-4 apiece back here at Echunga Overs. Conditions just getting a little bit dark here. I don't think there's any chance.
Yeah, I don't think there's any rain in at Pistols. I think it's just still no breeze to speak of, so perfect conditions for footy.
And a big hello to Nick Reichelt, and who's listening to us and taking the vision in, boys, all the way in Mount Hotham. So all the best to you, Nick. Up the D's, he says. So at the moment, all tied up. They've still got a fight in his hand. But,
and just a reminder, go to HFL Media Facebook page to watch all the action and stay updated with the scores. And or if you're at the ground or around the hills, 87.6, 87.8, or hillsfooty.com. And Chunga move forward again, Pistols. But
great grab,
one-hander.
Yeah, great grab.
That'll be on Dallas's highlights reel. It's just a good mark by the former Nord boy in Nitsky chops up the line, taken by Voigt. Can't take the ball, comes to another Pomernoid boy in Reinbrick. Also spent time at the base. He's ridden in the ground by Voigt, so a ball up will take place right in front of the Dreammake here. We're camped on the clubhouse side at Echunga Oval. Cranner and takes the ball out the ruck, gets across here to Carter. Mirrors Carter, drives it forward. Bouncing ball, first to get to be Ace, he traps the ball nicely, looking to get in cleverly, uses his vision, puts the ball to the corridor, and taking a good high-flying mark is the skipper and Clint Guy, who we saw last time out here, boys, against Mount Park. I think he kicked 3 goals. Robbie Shield was a very good leader on that day.
Yep, good player.
So
Very
Clint
good
Guy
player.
hands it back to Ace, who supplied him with the pass and decides to go long as a designated kicker. Off hands right in the goal square, nose through for no score. Close to the goal line. Good defensive work there. Won a free kick for Lobethal. That was Lukey Hampton. So
Yep.
Lukey Hampton, the youngster, comes across to another exciting youngster in
Cooper
the
Skinner.
skydiver boy in Cooper Skinner.
So Skinner, he'll almost go to us here in the broadcasting van. Good use of the body by Hopgood. We saw him take a dash in the first quarter. Here's Jack Bampton. Could be downfield advantage. Voigt versus Cranner. That's a good matchup. Guy dives in on it. Good work by
well
Voigt.
done,
Kept
Voigt.
his feet. Goes to Zatto. He'll kick inside 50 with a well-weighted
Well
pass and
played.
finds King. No, off his... well, it was counted here by Liston. And he's taken there by Echunga through Nathan Ellis pistols. Tigers were on there.
Yep, Ellis halfback flank area drives up the line to Ribbons. The rib tackle takes the mark on the true wing area. Waste no time, goes inboard to the lead of Reinbrick. Good sticky fingered mark by the pass reserves. McGarry Medalist goes further afield looking for Rogers. Oh, Jenkin almost took a screamer. Rogers working there. Jenkin goes well at second ground level, gets it out to Bampton. Well played, Mitchie Jenkin. Out the back door to the Fuller. Fuller feigns a handball, goes further afield to Turpin. Turpin gives it to Pring right in front of... Oh, and Nadsy Edwards with a good body block there. Almost put it in the Dallas's filming ute. Right in front of us. So a good physical contest here, and why
it's
not?
It's gone to another level here.
Good game, 2-4 apiece at this stage as we've played 4 minutes in the second term. HFL Media Trust you enjoying our worldwide coverage here on the Call of the Wild. So another rock contest right in front of us. Voigt, Cranner gets the ball down only as far as Turpin, I think it is. He's locked up with a good tackle there by Carter. So once again, the boundary, the field umpire will come in and recommence proceedings.
So Voigt against Cranner. Oh, that's holding on. Free kick for Voigt.
That was a big hug fest.
Oh, what?
He's done his ankle, has he?
He's gone Cranner's way. That's interesting.
Jesse Edwards.
Yeah, he got caught between the two of them, I think,
don't know.
boys.
Okay, well.
He got crushed.
I've got the replay here. I'll have a look at that shortly. But in time, Cranner kicks the ball to half forward and it's gone out of bounds. Let's have a look at this ruck contest here, Pistols. He's given it for Echunga.
Really? Well,
okay.
The umpire's made his call. He won't change as the academy boy brings the ball back in. This time another ruck to Cloughton, won the ball out. Taken by Nadsy Edward. Oh, good short handball. Fell short of Carter. Gets the ball. Gives it back to Ribbons. It goes back to Pocock. Finds himself a bit of space. Goes bang inside 50 towards Ace territory. He's got 2 to beat.
Oh, Rogers. Off he goes.
Taken by Rogers. Runs into an open goal. Goes bang. Thank you very much.
Well, the sting from O'Sullivan seems to have worked.
So Rogers with his first goal of the afternoon and the D's second for the term, as Goldie said. They lead 3-4 to 2-4, and just under 6 minutes has expired here in the second term. Robbie Sherwood.
Yeah, that was well read off the back of the pack, wasn't it, boys? So great goal to the young fella. So he started well, actually. He was good in the first quarter, and he started the second the same way. So Lobie have to man up on him. He's got the job on him. I think it's young Mitch Jenkin.
Yep, as you said, he's had a couple of shots in the first term.
Yep.
Minor scores, but certainly made that one count. So back in the middle, 3-4 to play, 2-4. Ribbons working hard against Fuller. Good work there by Liam Place, right time. Got the ball back there to a youngster in Benny James. His kick was smothered. Ground level pack forms. And the umpire will come in and ball up. So the intensity certainly lifting for the Demons. I think they sense the importance of this. If they drop this, it could really put the cat amongst the pigeons as far as finals goes. Chip up the line taken by Guy. Good work at ground level. Hassled away there by over the top, taken out here by Pring. Looks for support, misses the target, intercept by Big Cranner. Just bursts his way through Stolt of Origin style. Gets out to the skipper and Guy in turn gives it to Carter. Carter gives it to Jay Edwards. He goes back, gives it out there towards a teammate. I think that might be Schumacher out wide.
Yep.
Ball held into him and the umpire will come in. So certainly the ante has certainly been lifted here, Goldie.
Young Harry Clark there. Welcome, number 54 looks like he's on the ground. So right half forward line for Echunga. Big Claughton's down at full forward. We've also got Aish and also Dylan Reinbreck. So that's deep in attack, and Rogers. So it's a reasonably dangerous forward line for Echunga, and they've kicked a couple of goals to start the second term. So boundary throw in, Cranner versus Voigt. Third man up there. What's the umpire called here? Oh, he's going to ask him to bowl it.
Go again, I think.
Go again. So we'll just come in a few extra yards.
Needed a little bit more elevation, Goldie.
There we go. That's good. Cranner, Voigt, the ground level. Jenkins against Ribbons. Umpire says in the back. Free kick for Echunga. Start to get on the roll here. We'll go to stats shortly with Indy and
He's got Ribbons, yep.
So Ribbons kick inside 50. A lovely pass to the big man in front of Stanbury. That's a bit of a mismatch in the height department, and he's a good kick normally. Big Claughton, and he'll go back on the left boot now and have a shot for goal.
He's only kicked the 3 for the season, but as you said, he only arrived mid-season for the... spent some time Central Districts, I think, in his playing history. So the big fella, representative football this year for the Hills Football League. Perhaps been down the last few weeks, but certainly can bounce back to form if he kicks this as
he is a right footer.
Sets itself, might be ambidextrous. Goldie, close to the line, and Nitsky takes the ball over the line, concedes for the Tigers. So Echunga sitting on 3-5. Lobethal 2-4, not having added for the quarter-time score. So Nitsky brings the ball out towards Pring. He's got 2 to beat. Goes to ground level, picked up by Reinbreck, flicks it out to Aish. This is dangerous. Has a flying shot, taken down as he got the ball.
Oh, got a knee in the back, I think, boys.
So results in a minor score.
Yep, 3-6 now to 2-4. So ball, where's the ball now? It's
Nitsky
moved
centre
from
half back.
Centre half back to centre half forward. King front position. Crumming coming through there from the Tigers. Work by King, the second effort. He's rung around, taken by Zaddo. Heard a voice from Turpin out in the half-forward line. Here's Jenkins. Could have been ridden in the back by Carter, and he is. So Timmy Jenkins will collect the ball here. He's looking for options. Centre half. He dodged around
He'll have a shot
there. Kick inside 50. Who's down there? King. He set up the play, and he's gone back and taken a nice mark.
Top of the square, boys.
Yeah, good work by the 151-game veteran, Timmy Jenkins.
Nice work, Dylan King
always
too.
a chance once he got around the man on the mark and set sail. And as you said, a good, strong mark taken by King, who was the hero last week. 3 goals. In fact, 2 in 2 kicks he kicked at one stage. So, Dylan King, of course, son of a gun. We had the great Jason King on last week, pre-match. So
there we go.
King,
Pistols, another person.
Could this be another... no?
Pistols.
And also hello to Carolyn Edwards. Of course, watching the boys... Jesse and Nadsy over there at Port Lincoln. Welcome to HFL Media.
King, goal.
As Dylan King has put through a major for Lobethal. And good work from Timmy Jenkins. Set that one up, Robbie Sherwood.
Yeah, it was a good kick. Once again, top of the square, boys. Took the ball out wide and then kicked at the top of the square. And that's, of their 4 goals, I think 3 of them have come that way. So they go to 4-4 now, and Echunga a 4-3. So no, it's been a good first 10 minutes of the second quarter.
So it'd be 3-3. The 3-6 to 3. I think the scoreboard are getting a bit carried
Scoreboard's
away.
wrong.
Yep. Echunga have only the 3 goals
yeah,
on the
that's
board,
what I
and Lobethal. So it's actually 3-6 Echunga, 3-4 Lobethal as the ball goes in forward for Echunga. Big Cloughton showing a bit of pace. Oh, gathers the ball one-handed. Still got control as he wheels around, feeds the ball off to a teammate there.
Oh, lovely finish. That's his first goal, is it?
First Harry Clark, goal? I tell you what, he'll remember that one. It could well be his first goal in A-grade football. Good work by the big man in Cloughton, and young Clark finishing magnificently there. So Echunga move on to 4 goals now, Robbie. 4-6,
good
leading
play.
Lobethal 3-4.
So yeah, they've opened
Let's have a look at this on the replay. Nice finish.
I tell you what, Dallas will have that on the highlights we suggest on Dartfish. So Echunga, their 3rd goal of the second term. As I said, they go to 4-6. Lobethal 3-4. So back in the centre. Ruckman ready. Cranner versus Fisher. Cranner wins it for Echunga, taken through by
well done,
Ribbons.
Ribbons.
Ribbons goes bang inside 50. Once again to Cloughton. over his head. Ace is lurking, also guarding him is Cooper Skinner, the skydive man. As we go to Jaden Hill.
Jaden firstly, and then Indy in a short while.
So the inside 50s is 8-2 in favour of Echunga, definitely dominating that area in this half, and the ruck taps is 9-4.
Yeah, Lobethal have certainly started to get away with the tackle advantage. They're currently on 27 to Echunga's 17. Most of that, though, is due to Lobethal's necessity of defensive pressure, because it does look like Echunga are really running off with the ball now, as we can see by their forward dominance. Only one mark inside the 50 to Lobethal this quarter compared to Echunga's 3. 3 overall to 6 overall. Yeah, it certainly doesn't look like Lobethal are striking the forward pressure that they desire, but they are at least making...
Okay, thanks very much. Thanks very much, Indy, and a bit of a blow here for Echunga. It's looks like it might be Schumacher, I think, coming from the ground.
Yeah, I think it is Pistols.
Schumacher with a injury there, so as he's replaced there by Jackaway. So meanwhile, Rockdale right in front is taken by Turpin. The old don't argue as he gets clear. Jackie Zatto, Joe Zatto with the ball, shoots up, comes off hands. King going to ground there as Turpin sweeps out a handball towards Zatto.
Lovely done.
Zatto gets it back to Nitsky. Nitsky goes to Bampton.
Brilliantly.
Open up in the centre, it's called by Goldie, so Bampton goes forward. Wood out there also was Fuller. Echunga defence coming to the cause, they sweep the ball out there and find they get out of trouble. High kick towards half forward, coming out as Rogers got his hand to it in opposition to Jenkins. Well played, Rogers. Intercepting, no, looks like
is that Zatto over there?
No, O'Loughlin, Joshie O'Loughlin going to ground, is it? Well, it could be Zatto. I think it's yeah, it is Zatto. Sorry, Robbie, good call.
So the ball inside 50 here for Echunga. Joel Aish is deep here if a ball comes out, but it's taken
good
by
handball
the
by
Tigers.
Jenkins.
Ellsworthy involved. He goes from centre half back to centre half forward with a bit of inside out. Torp taken by King. He's been good to Bampton. Gets on that left boot, trying to desperately take the mark inside attack. I think that was Fuller. It's cleared by Pocock for Echunga. He's got Cranner, the big man. Off he goes against Bampton. Taken here by, is that Guy out there? In the meantime.
Yeah, Ribbons now.
Taken by Ribbons. He's calling for his forwards to lead at him. Kick inside 50. Who's down there? Ryanbreck. Also Rogers. Oh, great mark over the top. Taken by Dylan Ryanbreck, and he'll go back to have a shot at goal. Lovely mark.
So Ryanbreck with 7 goals already on the board for his personal contribution this season. As we said, the past reserves McGarry medalist, spent time with Nord and also the Glenelg Football Club in his second year, I think.
Yes, correct.
The Demons here at
nicknamed Rhino.
The Rhino. So Ryanbreck. Left foot. Caresses it towards the top of the square. Ace in front, had his hands to it. Spills down. Danger here for the Lobethal defence.
Over the back.
Over the back by
D.
Jay
Jarman
Edwards.
That's D. Jarman
I
like.
tell you what, Karen
No,
will be
it was
pleased with
touched.
that, but looks like it was touched.
It
Umpire
was
says all good, but
clear.
he's paid it. So Carolyn, your boy, Jesse.
Let's have a look at a replay.
Sensational goal there, but
have a look at the replay there for us, boys.
That's D. Jarman like.
Bit of conjecture there.
Hey.
Let's have a look. Here we go. Off-hand.
What happened, Goldie?
Well, you might have to go to Snicko for that one, Goldie. But
how many minutes we gone? 15?
That is nearly just under 16 gone, but a sensational stat there by Jesse Edwards. So Echunga move on to 5 goal 6, leading Lobethal 3 goal 4.
I got 6-3.
No,
it's wrong.
That's wrong.
That's wrong.
We'll go by our scores, boys.
So back in the centre, Cranner wins the ball down, taken by Zatto, gives it to Nitsky. Nitsky feeds out to Benny Pring. The Tigers from the wing area go inside 50 to the lead there,
nice
taken by
kick.
Caleb Wood. Good mark on the run, taken by the youngster Caleb Wood. He'd be just outside the 50-metre arc, just around from the pot belly, and also notice another Dream Maker down there, Rob, selling the espresso coffees this afternoon. The Dream Maker fad is growing throughout the Hills Football League. So, Caleb Wood, front of the Echunga faithful.
Is he going to? Oh, there he is.
Sets it on its way.
That's a nice looking
Got the
kick.
distance. I tell you, on the line off hands. Close to the line, scuffle of players there, and finally forced through for a minor score to Lobethal. So they move along to 3-5 to 5-6 as update scores here for you.
And just a reminder, just send in where you're listening from. We've had quite a few today, so if If you're watching on the stream, send in where you're watching.
As we said, update quarter time scores. Mount Lofty 3-4, Nambremma 3 goal. Raiders 6-4, leading Meadows 1 point down there. Div 2 action at Callington. And this is a progressive score, Goldie, over at Balhana. Thank you very much, Shane Collins. Handel 4-3, the Bulldogs 4-3.
Oh,
so a ring-a-ding-ding there at Balhana. Meanwhile, back here at Echunga, going forward to Tigers, taken there by Fuller. Wrapped up in the tackle from Edwards. Adam, finally ball spills out here. Comes back to Wood. Wood gets it back here to O'Loughlin. Left foot around the corner. Zaddo, that's a great contested mark in opposition there to Jackaway.
Yep.
So Joey Zaddo with a chance here to bring the Tigers back even closer. As I said, they trail 3-5 at the moment to Echunga 5-6.
Carolyn's happy with Jesse's goal.
She said it was a goal.
Yep, all clear.
All clear there in Port Lincoln. So Joe Zaddo, the action with him, he'll kick from about 45 metres out primary school end here at D Park. Sets it on its way. Tell you what, over there,
Lovely
I can tell by the
kick.
Echunga defender, he just dropped his head. Lovely kick from Joe Zaddo. That's his second of the game. And the fourth for Lobethal. So they move on to 4-5. Echunga 5-6, and a pretty entertaining game of football here, Goldie.
Absolutely. We've had quite a few goals. Jaden, any stats there you want to go with?
So the ruck taps is 10-4 in favour of Echunga, and the inside 50s is 10-6 in favour of Echunga there. Indy.
Oh, we'll go to Indy shortly. Just hang on. We'll go next boundary throw in. Indy, we'll go to you.
So back in the centre, 18.5 gone. Second term, a really good game of football. Hills Football League. Cranner got the tap down, taken away by Curtin. Feeds the ball out to his Tigers teammate in Pring. Pring with a long handball gets it along the line to the track to Timmy Jenkin. He goes inside 50, looking for the lead there of Hopgood. Manages to gather the ball. Well tackled there by youngster there. Could have been Beer Sticker, I think it is.
Yep, boundary throw in inside 50 here for the Tigers. Last goal kicker was Zaddo. So boundary throw in. Cranner won it down to ground level. Coming through there was Ribbons. Looking for a holding the ball decision. The umpire says I'll have it. So still inside the 50 here for the Tigers. Good game of football so far. 5-6 to 4-5. Echunga leading. Trailed at quarter time. Fisting it was Pocock to Ribbons. Flicked it on. Tried to get it to a teammate. Taken by Wood. He goes to Nitschke with a bit of low burner. Inside 50 here for the Tigers. Comes out to Zaddo. Tried to move it on to a teammate there. And is that Fuller?
Yes, yes,
One
Ashley
of the
Fuller.
Ashley Fuller. So it's
Ashley Fuller variety.
20 metres out now from the Tigers' goal. They're pushing. Trying to get it out here for Echunga.
Good tackle.
Holding the ball. Jesus.
So scrambling.
Oh, here we go. Jackie Bampton snapped
Bampton,
for a goal.
right in the line.
Yep.
He's pretty
Minus
content
score.
to nurse that one over the line there, boys.
That was a hot football.
So 4-6 to the Tigers, 5-6. So one goal a game here in favour of the Demons, and a big cheerio to Tigers president Randall Weeks, who's listening to us online.
Oh, he said he would.
So
Aish goes to Rogers. Rogers will kick inside 50 with a thumping kick.
Nice kick.
Going back is Aish. Oh, Reinbreck, I should say. Toe poke. And it's gone through for a minus score. So, Indy, stats? Closer, Jaden. Can you hold the... Yep.
Good.
okay, ball action with Bampton, moves the ball forward to the skipper and Fisher, wastes no time on that right foot, gets it bouncing ball towards the top of the goal square, and forced over there by Beer Sticker, the youngster, in his second game for the season at A-grade ranks. Kyle, of course, son of Echunga stalwart Kester. So minor score there to the Tigers. So they've moved on along to 4-7. Echunga 5-6. So 5-point ball game. Bouncing ball taken there by Hopgood. Flicks it back towards a teammate. Good work by Echunga. Oh, here's the track to Jenkin. Fires out there towards Fuller. Fuller shoots it back to Hopgood. Has a ping. Oh, he's hit the post. So in the later stages of this term, the Tigers certainly lifting.
Hey, on Pistols, we got Lee Munn here. He's streaming from a drilling rig near Ayers Rock.
Ah, the sausage.
From
Trust
past
you're enjoying
experience,
it.
Jay Edwards would never have passed that goal.
Sausage, of course.
Hope
That's,
you're enjoying it.
of course,
Hope he hadn't got onion on top.
son of the great PJ Munn, the sausage man, of course, past premiership player here with the Demons. Of course, it's Cranner wins a tap down for the Demons. Going to ground there was Fuller, I think.
And just a reminder, you can follow the score. I'm updating the score on the HFL Media Facebook stream. So up to the second score. So at the moment it's 5 goals 6 to 4 goals 5 as we press into a time on. So umpire's crossing himself here. What's he? So stoppage. So
I think he might be out by the Pope chimney out at Lobethal Oval,
yeah.
Goldie.
Ball up, Cranner versus Fisher. It looks like ball's come out. What's the umpire calling here? Free. It's gone to throw, so it's going to go to Ribbons. He kicks the ball towards the wing area. Voigt's front position, the big man. I like him.
Good grab.
Big Voigt. He'll kick the ball from the centre wing out to Zato from one wing to the other. So Zato's on here. He could move it on with the hands, or is he going to go by foot? He goes by hand over to teammate O'Loughlin. Back to Zato. Back to O'Loughlin. He'll go onto that left boot. Kick inside 50 with a lovely pass. And finds a teammate there, Pistols, trying to pick him up. I reckon it's Fuller, is it? Oh, it's Josh Schuller. We scored him.
The zip-zap boy.
He kicked some nice goals last week.
Yeah, the zip-zap boy, of course, the former Smithfield boy in his first season with the Tigers. And as you said, kicked a couple of fantastic goals, including one long range. So let's see if he can repeat himself as he's... he'll need a Malcolm Blythe effort here. Tell you what,
kick.
he's given it a good off. He's going to
Fisher's
drop
down
short,
there.
though. Fisher's there.
There
Races
we go.
front position.
Never looked like dropping that, boys,
Absolutely, boys. There was no real defensive mode there from the Demons. Fisher goes backwards towards Zato.
He's been good, hasn't
Gives
he?
it to Smoke and Joe, who's already got 2 on the board. So the opportunity here for Lobethal in the front. They trail 4-8 to 5-7. And we've played 24 minutes, just ticked over your second term. HFL called the Wild. Division 1 action. So Zato, deliberate approach here. And I tell you,
He's a goal kicker.
I said 2 already and has kicked.
He's a goal kicker.
It's a nice kick.
6
That's
for
a
the
lovely
season.
kick.
That's 3 today.
So Joey Zato stepping up.
Yep.
And Mum won't be listening in Manila today, but she'll still be happy with the boys' work. Jane Zato, so 3rd on the board for Zato. And more importantly,
We've got a tight ball game, boys, I think.
5, just looking at the scores here, 5-8 to 5-7 I make it. We're having a few difficulties with the scoreboard here. We think they're ahead of us. Here are the chunks, so 5-8 to 5-7, a 1-point ball game. We make it in favour of the Tigers. 25 minutes just about to tick over here, Goldie. So back in the centre, Rux Gava, Cranner and Voigt. Cranner wins it down for the Demons, taken away by Edwards. Nadsey, toe pokes it forward. First to get there is Huckster. Good work there, strong work by Place. Gets
well
about
done.
here, the guy, the skipper, he goes to ground. Good follow up by Huckster. Holds the ball in there, so great work there by Stevie Huckster. As I say, small things come in good packages, and certainly a reliable defender for the Tigers, Stevie Huckster. Rux Gava. Taken by,
well done.
Voigt took the ball out of ruck, then gets the ball forward. We saw a lot of that last week down towards Fisher. Grabs the ball at ground level. He's got support there from Hopgood. Sells a bit of candy, gets free. Shoots the ball back to Jack Andrew Banton. Gets it off to the tractor. Jenkins will know he'll have a shot. Unfortunately, it just fades away at the last moment. But
To the left.
Score now.
So
So it's either-
5-9. I make it 5-9. Lobethal to 5-7. Echunga. So we'll
5-8, 5-6.
We'll check that. I think there's a few behinds that haven't been added on that scoreboard. Meanwhile, the ball brought back in, off hands by Voigt. First to get there is Place. Gives it to a teammate there in Jackaway. Feeds to Reinbeck in turn. Gives it back to Place. Goes inside 50 for the Demons. And Ace just slips in front there. The tight guard of Cooper Skinner.
We got a comment here from Mitch Weeks, Pistols.
Nick Witt.
Tuning in from work, boys. Looks like a good game. Pistols got a halftime joke, surely. He wants a joke from you.
Well, work on that one,
Collingwood.
Mitchie, because shut up, Robbie. It's Joel Ace here with a chance to
Number
kick
3?
his 3rd. Perhaps match Zato up the other end. So Joel Ace, as we said, kicked 11 against them. Of course, Good work, Mitchy Weeks. Does some of his best work at the Elmer, Goldie.
Yeah, he does.
Absolute pure
But
gold
he's also been on the commentary for grand finals too.
He has.
Nice.
Joel
nails
Aish. Goal umpire Alan Christian moves slightly, but he's pretty happy with it.
He tossed the grass up there, bit of Matthew Lloyd.
So Aish getting through his third.
Up, close up. Dallas, get a close up, son.
Aish.
So pretty entertaining quarter of football.
That's a ripper of a game, this
Yeah, it has.
Chunga's fifth for the term, boys. Lobethal will kick 3, so Chunga now lead 6 goals by my maths, which Scott Creek College. So 6 goals 7 to Lobethal, sitting on 5 goal 9.
Just
49 to 44.
Keep sending in where you're listening from or any comments for anyone today. Yeah. So we appreciate the feedback.
So ball one in there. Adam Edwards
Oh,
the ball
good
out, but
hands.
taken away by the Tigers. It's the playing coach and following that silver service delivery there to Dylan King. Been pretty handy, the youngster this afternoon, Goldie.
He's been great, King, especially in this quarter. Kicked, I think last week was his first game for the season. Kicked 3 goals. Obviously 2 came from Mick Taylor, assisted. But no, we're there. We had a look during the week. They were there. So King will go back from outside 50s with Edwards on the mark. How's the leg from the young man? It's not too bad. Who's down there? Fisher, chopping it off almost for the Tigers. It's ground level. Here's
It's chance for Zip Zap.
Zip Zap Zua.
Was he taken high?
Yeah, no, yes.
Is he?
No,
Oh.
no.
Surely not. No, he's not.
So ball up.
Oh,
there
we
it
go.
is. There's a sign. That's all she cries at half time.
We'll just have to go and check with the scoreboard attendant to see what the actual score
We'll
is.
update that, but at the moment we have definitely 3 goals that term for Lobethal.
Half time here.
And 5 points, so we make them 5-9. And the Chunga with 5 goals for that term, 5 goal 3. So that would
So
make
what are
them
you going?
6,
You're going out on a limb and saying what's the score?
I will go 6-7 a Chunga, leading Lobethal 5 goal 9. But we've got to wait for the official confirmation of
the
that.
flag crossing and all that sort of stuff.
So
So goal scorers Pistols as I update the feed.
Well, I've got them Aish with 3. Pretty good performance for a Chunga. Rogers and Clark and Jay Edwards.
Yep.
And for Lobethal, Zato with 3. Fisher and King here on HFL.
Just stay tuned. We've got a special guest coming up here at half time.
So here on HFL Media.
Stay tuned. Pistol's about to have a 1-on-1 here with a legend. Yep, I'm on now. So half time here from Lobethal Oval, and Pistols is just going to go and have a bit of a chat here. Stay tuned. Very, very interesting chat coming up. Half time, we believe it's 6 goals 7 at Chunga to Lobethal 5 goals 9. Keep the stream going because Pistols is just going outside the van now to have a bit of a chat. Goal kickers so far. Zato has kicked 3. King and Fisher. Aish has kicked 3. Rogers, Clark and Jay Edwards also. All right, we'll just go out the Pistols now here at half time. He's got a very, very special guest. Dallas is just getting the camera set up. Across the Pistols very shortly. Yep.
Okay, HFL Media, we're here at half time at the Echunga Oval, pretty exciting game. And I tell you what, we have some great people on this show when we cover the footy, and none greater than this man. It's a pleasure to introduce, well, past Nord legend, past the Chunga legend.
I don't know about that.
Michael Aish. Michael, thanks for joining us on HFL
My
Media.
pleasure, Jeff. My pleasure.
Now, of course, well documented, we'll go into a bit later, your career with Nord, but Echunga Footy Club, out of all the honours you've had, obviously, when you look back, mate, and think undefeated A-grade premiership coach here at Echunga, that's one of the best, isn't it?
Oh, look, I must admit, coming up here in 1990, I think it was my son came up here for work, and so we brought the whole family up, and up here for about 9 years, and loved every minute of it. I loved the country footy, and that year we were obviously in Div 2, I think it was at that stage, and was fortunate enough to have a very good side. I think it was maybe even Kersburg, if I can remember correctly, in the final, and we had a good start, and then was able to maintain it. But wonderful years up here. Yeah.
So when did you actually move up here to Echunga?
1990, I reckon it was.
So you were still playing, obviously, league footy because you finished in 93, or?
Sorry, it wouldn't have been 93. So, sorry, yes, it was. Yeah, so I was still playing in 1990, and pretty well finished in 93. You know, I was on my last legs and just couldn't even see
played
the
in that grand final against the Eagles?
No, I didn't.
No?
No, I actually finished up...
that's the reason they lost, mate.
Oh, no. I finished off halfway through the year with Neil Craig. I just said to him, I'm done, and
really?
He just said, keep training and we'll play kids. I said, no problems. So I just kept being part of the team and the guys and that, and
When you look back, Michael, fantastic career. Was it 307 games?
About that, yeah, 307.
Like 15 state of origin appearances, and captained the side twice, or Australian twice.
Yeah. Look, you always look back with fond memories, no matter where you play. You know, you can play league football, you can play anywhere. The camaraderie, the love for the game, fantastic. And I certainly have missed playing it. I've never been a great watcher. Never been, fond of particularly the way the game's played today. It doesn't interest me really at all. I think, they're trying to make it a little bit more interesting with the 6, 6 and 6, but, the way they, you just have 25 players around the ball nearly all the time. They've got to free that up a bit to make it a bit more entertaining, if you ask me.
I was going to say to you, you must look back and feel blessed to have played in a great era of SNFL footy. I know it's all AFL now, but back in that era, and as I said, some of the great players, not only for Nord Football Club, but in the state, and your opponents you played against, it was a great era, and like the style of footy, as you said, I much prefer even watching the old replays compared to some of the stuff today, isn't it?
No question about that. Playing with and against some wonderful players, and it was pretty well the way it was played back then is particularly more one-on-one. Beat your opponent, and if you wanted to be good, you had to beat your opponent. So quite different today. I'm not saying you're not good, because it's actually the way that they actually play now. You have to be brilliant at your awareness and your skill level to be able to be very good in close, and the way they, just work the ball out of defence, and you've got to be very clean, and the team that does that the best is normally going to win. But look, I look back and with fond memories of all the 300 odd games I played, and the teams. Two flags, obviously 84. Was coming from 5th.
It's funny enough, when I had hoped that we had you on, I actually looked at a few highlights, and of course that 84 in the last good, the famous run, the near Manasseh type run.
Well, that's about
good.
all I did, I reckon, that day. Well, Keith Thomas he had a brilliant game, and I look back, like you don't even have to look, step by step exactly how it went down, and I know Keith's kick to, all I know is Max James punching it, Greg Thomas getting hold of it, handballing to Keith, who was running past after the kick, and the handball was like 2 metres behind him nearly, and just to get it and bring it back onto the boot and somehow kick the goal. Incredible day.
Now, moving on, as you said, I remember you actually running around in the B grade here at Echunga.
Yes, I did. I had a couple of mates
Quite
up.
an honour for a McGarry medalist.
Oh, look, we had a couple of mates up here with David Decay and Pete Elston. So, we donned the boots and had a really good time. I really enjoyed playing. As I did, you play any level. It's all about the camaraderie, as I said, and just being a part of the team and being part of the community, which was fantastic. So we played, and we even played a bit of cricket with the guys as well in the summer, which was good. In a C grade, I reckon it was back then. So really enjoyed it.
So did you have aspirations of coaching? Had you coached before you did that?
I had a little bit of coach at Nord, assistant coach with Peter Ode out at Nord, and I just not really. I didn't have a real intense desire and a passion to be a coach. Not the most thought-provoking coach. I look at it as though, well, I reckon this is how you play. So let's see you go out there. Okay, let's compete. Let's do what we're supposed to be. I know there's structures and I know there's all that, but it hasn't changed much other than if you get the ball and you're intense and you do something with the ball, well, you're normally going to win the game.
So basically for a first-time coach, you did pretty well, undefeated season. And
well, it was undefeated,
side.
But the following year went from top to bottom. So
but that was a lifted Div 1.
Yeah, lifted Div 1. Yeah, and I think we won a couple of games. And again, it was a good experience for all of us playing against some quality towns and quality teams.
Now, a couple of weeks ago, we had one of your premiership players from that era, great Adrian Walton. We had him on as a special guest. And he was telling me how good he was. And, said he made the coach.
Well, I don't know about that, but no, look, we had some great characters. Wal was one of them. And in fact, Wal, when I first came up here, my son was very good mates with Wal, so I got to know Adrian pretty well. And look,
he didn't teach him any bad habits.
He taught him plenty of bad habits. There's no question about that. But every club's got the Adrian Waltons. They've got the stalwarts, which is fantastic. That's what clubs are about, not only in country footy, but in every footy club.
And as you said, you just enjoy coming back, even though you've played at the high elite level and state footy and played in some of the great grounds in Australia. But coming back, as you look around country footy, you can see the cars around the oval and everyone's here. It's a community event every week, isn't it?
Absolutely. And, I had both boys playing up here for a little while, and now Joel, the youngest, is still playing up here. And, you always love coming up here and watching the kids. You hopefully that they do well, and you get a little bit frustrated for them when they don't. And, you just, they enjoy the level where they're playing. And, he grew up here, as a, how old was he? He probably would have been about 6 or 7. When he first started here. So I reckon it's great to come back to your roots and be a part of it if you can, and he's loved doing it.
I don't know, the family link with the Nord Football Club, obviously through your dad and your brother and the whole family, and now with Echunga, yourself having played here, of course Carl having played here, and Jesse and Joel, like the Ace family will be, as I said, be like a Nord.
Absolutely. Look at, Carl, yes, he was the first one to play. He played many games. Then Jesse was here for some time, and then Joel was at Pulteney Old Scholars for a while and then wanted to come up and play with Jesse. So Joel's been here about, I think, 3 years now, and he's loving it. He goes okay. I always try to encourage him to try to do a few other things and try this and try that, but, he just likes playing, doing what he wants to do, and he's got some great teammates, and as I said, it's a great community atmosphere, netball, football, everything. It's just great to be a part of it.
Hey, just quickly, Michael, because we know you had a bit of a health scare a couple of years ago because of prostate cancer. We know you're a big advocate for men's health.
Yes.
So, things good with you?
Yeah, everything's great with me at the moment. It's been great ever since I had the prostate out. And look, all I can say is to any men, get checked. No matter if you think you're healthy or not, it's not difficult to get checked. Get checked because detection early will save your life, and if you don't get it detected, then it's very difficult if it actually gets outside the prostate. So it's like anything, just be diligent in what you're doing.
And of course, Joel kicked 11 against this
he
side
did last time.
He's got 3 already, so he's got another 8 in him.
I don't know. Look, I wasn't there last game, but Lobethal have been very good. In fact, I think that they probably should have even been in front.
For a bottom side, they don't reflect their position.
No, they don't. They obviously had a few players out, I would imagine, last time they played. And apparently last week they were 6 goals up on Onkers or something at 3/4 times, I'm not sure. And they just got beaten. So they've been playing pretty well, and I think they're pretty evenly matched, these two.
Yeah. All right, so we with fondness here for the start of the second half. So once again, Michael, thanks for joining us on HFL Media. It's been a pleasure to have you on here. One of the, well, a Nord great, but an even bigger great here at Echunga.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.
Good on you. Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, mate. Cheers. Appreciate it.
So there we have it. Half-time chat with Pistols and Michael Aish. We've got both sides now back on the ground, Rob.
Yeah, well done. Great interview, Pistols. So, not very often you get the chance to interview a legend, is there? Eh? So, used to.
Well, Michael did suggest that to me.
Used to worship him as a kid at Nord Oval.
No, fantastic. And as I said, first met Michael a few years ago when he was actually involved here at Echunga. I think Goldie, you'd remember that very approachable man. And as I said, one of the great products of South Australian football. That's for sure.
Of course, his son, I think, was best on in the grand final. Pistols.
Yes. Yes.
For Echunga, their premiership Div 1.
So have we rectified the score situation so we can bring people up to date?
We did have 7-9 to 6-6, but that's wrong. So they're now going back to...
What are we going to?
To be honest, mate, I don't think they know. They've got 5-6 to 5-9. That's totally wrong.
We've actually marked out, well, 6-7, I believe it is, 6-7 to 5-9 because we've taken down every point.
Lead?
4 points.
Yes, at the moment, yes. So 4-point lead.
That's it. He's changing it now.
Echunga Football Club 6-7.
6-7 to 5-9.
We'll go to Jaden and Indy early stages of the third term. All right. Sam Crenner in the ruck.
So 4-point margin, I'd suggest Goldie in favour of the Demons.
Henry Voigt. Matt Fuller's put himself in the middle against Dylan Reinbrecht. Got Edwards, Jesse Edwards, Timmy Jenkin. Looks like Jack Bampton. And also Adam Edwards. So here we go. Big third term for Echunga in particular and Lobethal. Can they win under Matt Fuller? Grabbed by Adam Edwards. Goes to Reinbrecht. Gets on the left boot. Tries to get a torpedo across to the half-forward line. It's 50 towards the half-forward line now. It's taken by Shoemaker. He gets on the left boot. Kick inside 50 for Echunga. Rogers trying to apply pressure. Aish as well. Lobethal work it out towards the boundary lines. Taken by Bampton. Good tackle from Echunga. It's holding the ball, so it'll get a shot at goal. And trying to clear the ball there for the Tigers was Lockie Ellsworthy, but he was wrapped up in the tackle.
Quarter time from Ironbank was 3-4 to Gumaraka, 3-3 to Ironbank.
So here we go. First shot at goal to that man, Joel Aish. Talked about him at half-time, Pistols.
Absolutely, with his father, suggesting that perhaps he got a couple more goals in him in the second half. So here's the opportunity to fulfil that prophecy. So
Number
Joel
4.
Aish, high kick towards the primary school end.
Good kick.
I tell you what, there you go. Well, we said Michael Aish knows his footy, so he certainly does as his lad puts through in the first 60 seconds of the second half.
That was his fourth goal, Pistols?
Fourth goal, yeah, and he actually kicked the goal in the first minute of the previous term, so he's...
he'd be leading the goal-kicking competition, I reckon.
He's now, what's that, 444? I think Big Das is... yeah, we'll just have to check that up, because Darcy, you're going to have a bit of injury.
So, Jaden, just a reminder, stats for the inside 50s for the opening half?
Yep, so the inside 50s for opening half was 27 to 19 in favour of Echunga, and ruck tats was 34 to 17 in favour of Echunga for that first half.
We'll go to Indy shortly as well, just for some stats. Bampton wrapped up in the middle. So, perfect conditions here from Echunga Oval. Goal to Aish.
Still little breeze to speak of, Goldie.
So third quarter action here from Echunga. Echunga leading 7-7 to Lobethal, 5-9. Clearance from the Demons once again. Inside 50, trying to clear the ball with Stanbury. Got it to Hampton. Hampton works the ball out of the fence. Collected here for Echunga. Handball inboard to Guy. Pops it over the top to a teammate in Edwards. He goes for goal, or to the goal square anyway. And it's taken there by Cooper Skinner, who looks to move it out towards Steve Huckster, and away the Tigers go.
HFL Media as we go around the grounds. Mount Lofty half-time. Mount Lofty 8-5, Nan Bremer 4-3, Harndorf 5-5, Onka Valley 4-6.
Okay.
And the Raiders 9-8 lead Meadows 1-2 in Div 2 action. Meanwhile, over here at Echunga Oval, it's the Tigers go inside 50. Great delivery there finds Dylan King.
He's been
I think
great.
that was Ellsworthy disposing the ball perfectly to the youngster. So King looks like he's going to have a set shot. Probably take his best kick. He'll probably kick from 45. On a pretty acute angle here as he goes towards the golf course end for the Tigers. So Echunga with the first goal on the board of the second half through Ace. So King
Off he goes.
feeds it off to Fuller, the playing coach.
On the non-preferred. Right.
He got plenty of experience here. I'll tell you what, they knew what they were doing there with a set play.
Let's have a look at this on the replay.
So Matty Fuller,
King.
just the answer they needed.
Have a look at this pistol. So King with the
As
shot.
soon as he kicked it, he double-fisted. He knew.
So King was coming into his stride.
Yeah, the old decoy.
Ran in, handballed
handballs.
to Fuller.
Yeah.
Fuller goes on the right boot. I think he's normally a left boot. And kicked a lovely goal.
So a goal apiece here in the second half. So it's 7-7 playing 6-9. Still a 4-point ball game in favour of the Demons. Looks like the scoreboard may agree with us, but still a bit of disparity there. Back in the centre, Cranner versus Voigt. Cranner wins it for the Demons. Tap out first to get there will be Turpin. Ball bounces past him. Carter dives on the ball but missed it. Reinbrick over the top. Hard work for Echunga. Also with assistance in there from a teammate. Bit of push and shove. Looks like it was one of the Edwards boys in there. Once again, hello to Carolyn over there in Port Lincoln. So Voigt wins it down. But once again, 0-0 draw in the context for the ball. So we'll have another ball up.
It's a good game of football, isn't it, Rob?
Big Cranner and Timmy Jenkin there. So Cranner picks himself up, does the ruck work. Over the back tamed by Edwards. Feeds the ball out there to his brother. Finally a clearing kick from Cranner. High kick. Pring and Place. Place takes the ball, feeds it off the ribbons. Demons going inside 50. Up towards Cloud. Good pick up by the big man, but he's worn very well by Stansbury, I think it was.
Great pickup.
Great pickup, but equally good tackle applied by Nathan Stansbury.
Yep, right half forward. It's a good start to the third term. Wouldn't expect less. Been a good game.
Well done, Nitschke.
Taken by Nitschke. Works it out to Bampton. He kicks in the middle of the ground. Who's there? Turpin tries to work the legs. Tried to get a handball out to a teammate. Cut off for Echunga though. Sweeping handball out to Edwards. He goes to Cranner, the big man, through the middle of Echunga Oval for Echunga. Kicks towards the half forward to another big man in Clawton. Good work by Nitschke, I think it was. Worked out here for Pring. Voigt was in there. Gathered again. Kick forward for Echunga by Place in the forward pocket. Out towards the boundary line. Collected by Mitchie Jenkin, and it's worked out of defence by Hampton out towards the boundary line.
Hampton out, the ball is on the full, yes, says the Academy boy, right in front of the Potbelly heater, which has got a fair crowd around it here this afternoon. It's sunny conditions, but just a little bit of a chill in the air. So,
just remind us, let us know where you're listening in.
So Ribbons brings the ball back, defensive fist by the Tigers, ball at the ground level. Tracking it down was Clint Guy. He runs into a big tackle applied there by Pring, I think it is. So line ball decision. So
and also you can watch the match too, Pistols, if you're watching it on YouTube as well. Hills Footy, just look up on there and you can watch the match live as well as on the Facebook.
Voigt took the ball out of the attack, kicked it high, come here to Bierstecker. Bill fell out here to Pocock, quick kick along the boundary line.
Oh,
good
lovely
defensive mark taken by the experienced
Stansbury.
His 100th senior game just recently for the Tigers. He wastes no time, goes towards the outer side wing. Out there, and a good grab taken by Fisher. The Tigers working well, gets the ball out to Turpin. He's got space to have a bounce. Steadies, kicks up the line to the tractor.
Here we go.
Timmy Jenkins grabs the ball. He has a bounce. Will he have another? Well shepherded.
The eyes have lit up.
Ellsworthy has a second now. Jenkins raises his
eyes.
Gives it to Zatto. And good work on the outer side by the Tigers.
Great football.
And now Joe Zatto, who seems to be having goal kicking contest with Ace.
This will be for number 4.
He's kicked 4 and Zatto with 3. So can he match his counterpart up the other end of the field? So Joe Zatto with
great
the 3.
transition.
So
Timmy Jenkins having a couple of bounces. Could have had a shot at goal, but opted to centre it there to Zatto.
As we've said, good work off the ball by Ellsworthy too to clear the passage. So Zatto, deliberate shot here towards the golf course end.
He's kicked it.
He has kicked it. So I tell you what,
get around him.
This is a great contest here this afternoon, Robbie. As we said, you can't take the Tigers lightly, even though they're sitting on the bottom of the ladder.
Excellent footy. Good night.
So Zatto, the Tigers getting their second goal of the quarter of the match. So Yeah, so we make that 7-9, playing 7-7, so I reckon it might be a 2-point ball game in favour of the Tigers, but the scoreboard.
7, what are you saying it is?
I'm making it 7-9
Yep,
to
to
7-7 in favour of the Tigers.
2
Back in the
points,
centre,
okay.
Cranner wins the tap back. There's a chance for Ribbons. The rib tackler grabs the ball. Was he taken too high? He's strung to the ground. The tackle by Bampton. Oh, it's a bit of push and shove.
Oh, bit of argy-bargy.
Covering in hard there. It's Clint Guy.
Umpire wants to have a bit of a chat too to some of the
push and
players.
shove.
Oh, he's
Yeah,
starting
oh.
to get his...
So
he says,
umpire
let's just
throws
get
the
it
ball
on.
up, get on. Cranner fists it back. First get to be Ellsworthy. He swung around the tackle. Umpire said he had no prior opportunity, so just a little bit of heat into the game.
So ball up, centre wing, Cranner against Voigt. It's been a good matchup, along with Clawton in there as well. Taken by a bit of feeling out there at the moment. Place, kicks the ball out towards the boundary line. He's dumped towards the line. Taken by the Tigers. Advantage play for Echunga. Guy over to Reinbrecht. Back to Guy. How's the accuracy here? Has a bit of a dribbler. And it's gone through for a minus score. So Cooper Skinner, off he goes. Quickly moves it out. He's got Zatto. Zatto, Timmy Jenkins pushing out towards the wing. Pop over the top by O'Loughlin. Into space for Timmy Jenkins to run onto. Just didn't quite have the yardage to him. Umpire says free kick for Echunga. Timmy Jenkins was on there, centre wing.
So Robbie Shearwood, I noticed the breeze perhaps picking up down
Yeah,
there,
it's
Brendan?
picking up a bit and it's heading down. It's
Chucky
only
grass.
probably 1 or 1.5 goal. So, but it's kicking to the end of Lobie.
So Ellis with a long bomb. First get there's Mitchie Jenkins. Feeds the ball out there to Zatto. In turn feeds it to O'Loughlin. Tigers trying to work back. Loughlin goes back to go forward. Oh, fisted forward there for the Demons.
shot and
Bouncing
bounce.
ball. Mitchie Jenkins the first get. Oh, stolen off him by Adam
Edwards.
Edwards. He's locked up. Can he get free? No. Good tackle applied.
Oh.
And got it out here to
Reinbrecht.
Reinbrecht. Reinbrecht has a ping.
Oh,
touched.
Silvani
Touched.
like that.
Silvani
I
like that.
thought it was going to be touched on the line.
No,
That was touch, boys.
but,
I saw it from here.
Well,
Let's have a look at
Reinbrecht.
We'll have a look at the line replay.
Desperation there by the Tigers defender.
Going back to 1993 was that Silvani line, but
Just couldn't pick up that Tigers defender Goldie, but
so
desperate.
Reinbrecht has a shot here. We're just having a look at the replay. Just, well, hard to see from here, but umpire says all clear.
Well, the goal umpire was on the line. And I think that's Alan Christian, so gave it a goal. So moves Echunga along to 8-7.
8-7, is
To
it?
Lobethal 7-9. We make it here in the commentary, the Dreammaker. 10 minutes expired, back in the centre. Cranner wins a knockdown for Demons. Taken
well
by
done,
Ribbons,
Ribbons.
straight through the centre. Puts him inside 50. Coming out his age. Got his hands to it. Fumbles, works the ball forward.
Reinbrecht.
Tucked forward by the Tigers. Oh, good work by Turpin. Gets the ball out here to a teammate
Nitschke.
in O'Loughlin. Gets back to Nitschke. Nitschke toe pokes up the line.
Well done.
And good
Zatto.
strong mark taken out by Zatto. Really lifting his input. Got Timmy Jenkins loose here. Takes the ball. Weaves his way through. Has a bounce. Arches the back. Goes bang inside 50 for the Tigers. Come out as Fuller. Opposition there to Reuter. Ball comes in. Fuller again. Sweeps the ball out towards the direction of Voigt. Also working hard there is Seward.
That's got to be holding the ball.
Zip zap over the top. And
He
Rob
pulled-
Shearwood called there, but the umpire says no,
pulled it in.
no prior, so the umpire will ball it up right inside the Tigers forward 50, and we've had 11 minutes gone, third term here, called a wild.
Cranner, water down the ground level. Carter trying to go against Hopgood. Ball comes out. Liston works the ball towards us at the commentary van or past us. Grantham, good spoil by Hampton, was it? But it's gone to advantage here for Echunga. Kicks it towards half forward. Good use of the body there by Aish.
Oh, well done.
And that's collected there.
Good tackle.
For
That was Hampton there,
Hampton.
that was
Yeah,
Jenkins there previously,
sim-
Goldie, but
similar
could have
look.
got a perhaps a push in the back decision then, young Hampton, but no, said the umpire, so Demons inside their 50-metre arc.
Yep, ball inside 50 here for the Demons. Fisher against Clawton in the ruck. Ball comes out the back like tunnel ball. It's collected here by Aish. What can he do? Tied on the boundary
hanging
line.
on, gotta
could have
be.
been held onto. And it's gone out of bounds.
Jeez, don't know what you boys thought, but
Well, he sort of made sure the umpire saw it.
yeah.
As erstwhile Lobethal trainer and avid Bombers man Andrew Froling strolls past us. One of the characters for Hills football, of course, a long-serving trainer. Used to be a demon with the Kookaburra in his day too for Wistow and Lobethal, Robbie Shearwood.
Oh,
Froll's off the long run.
good cricketer.
be off a couple of steps these days, I think. There's a high ball towards the forward line off hands. Ace trying to grab it. There's a chance for the Tigers. Defence fed it out through Skinner. Hot potato there. He's got the ball to Nitsky. Nitsky in turn gets it back out to the run of a teammate. Finally, Zaddo clears a kick up towards Voigt. Got his hands to it, well spot by Reuter. Ball comes out, taken by Jack away. Sends the ball back inside. In fact, it was Ellis. Up there at the top of Jenkin. Mitch Jenkin bouncing ball close to the danger area. Finally, Mitch Jenkin hacks the ball forward out there towards Low Lachlan, who drops what he should have taken. Takes the ball to ground. He can't forward concede. Got it out into the run of Fisher. The skipper has a bounce on the outer wing. Calls his players to come forward. Sends it forward towards Fuller. But getting back as Liston. Jack Variety takes a good mark.
Liston goes to the short pass to...
Get on him, boys, go!
Into Ribbons, the intended target. Could cut out here for the Tigers. Coming through with Zua. Comes out to Place. He moves it on quickly to Edwards. He's got a player running for him. In fact, this is Place out here. Ball taken by Edwards. Trying to get it on. Free kick.
Gave it to the brother and Jesse. So Caroline will be happy with that. The Edwards boys figuring prominently here, Goldie.
Yep. So Edwards looking for options. I think Woods on the mark, bouncing around. So Edwards kicks the ball inside 50. 1 on 4. I think Rogers' front position did well there. Got a handball out. Went and got his own work. Tried to get a handball away to Aish. Aish will have a shot for goal. Oh, great work by
number
Rogers
5
there, and it's ended with a goal.
Yep, number 5 for Aish. Opportunist goal there, but as you said, good work there by Rogers. I think Goldie just
have a look at the
busting his way
replay.
forward.
So Edwards with a long kick forward.
And just a score update from Ironbank, boys, into the third quarter. Gumaraka 9-7 lead Ironbank 7-7. So a bit of
Indy, some stats there.
Well, the umpiring has been pretty even Stevens across this entire game, but it seems like in the third quarter, Echunga have started to get the slight advantage. 5 free kicks in this quarter alone to none. That's 13 overall for Echunga to just 7 for Lobethal. So, yeah, we'll see what kind of reaction that spawns up.
And marks inside 50 quickly?
The marks inside 50, Lobethal have only gotten 2 this quarter, although Echunga don't have any this quarter, to be fair. 9 marks inside 50 to 8, so it is still pretty even.
As the Tigers go forward through Zaddo, long bomb forward, up towards Voigt territory, bouncing ball. Voigt's the first to get there. He's got Bampton if he uses him. Goes back here to Hopgood. Hopgood around the corner.
Oh,
sets
I tell you what.
I tell you what, as they say, Goldie. Brilliant finish by young Hopgood.
And a great handball by Voigt over the top, boys.
What a great goal.
And
Having a look at the
absolutely good
replay
work
here.
out of centre. Zaddo,
he's
driving
been brilliant. And Hopgood, great.
Yeah, they won't go away, boys, will they? They're hanging in there.
Mobility, handballs over to Hopgood and off one step. Curled it back brilliantly.
So 15 minutes gone, 3 goals apiece in this third term. So make it 8-9 Lobethal to Echunga
9-7.
9-7.
Yes.
So the scoreboard has
Scoreboard's up to date.
So boys, we've been right. Thank you to the Scott Creek College.
They got some young kids up there actually, and they
Mathematics.
got rid of the oldies.
All right, back in the centre. Taken here, the ball fed out by Ashley Fuller.
Goes to
Taken
Matt
to
Fuller.
Matt, his brother. Sounds a bit of space, goes back inside, finds Fisher. The Tigers up and about here, go out wide to Bampton. Jack Andrew grabs the ball, steadies as he'll go inside 50. Looking to hit it. Kick over the top.
Umpire's called.
And the umpire is called, yes.
Hey, Rob, what's the score again?
9-7 to 8-9.
9-7 to 8-9.
9-7 to 8-9.
So 4-point ball game.
So 4-point ball game here in favour of the Demons, and they've certainly got a battle on their hands here to take this vital win. So Pocock brings the Demons out here towards Place, and Liam Place takes a mark on the half-back flank area. So Place wastes no time, puts it up in front of Dreammaker. Fisher in the box seat here and takes a mark using his height advantage over Ribbons. So hands the ball off. Current captain, the past captain in the track to Jenkin. He goes inside 50 again. Big leap there is Hopgood over the top. It's King also. Second
he
goal
got
to
it.
the King.
Oh.
And there's a specky taken by the son of the gun, Dylan King, who's, as we said, been a bit of a live wire forward this afternoon, Robbie Sherwood.
Yes, great grab there. So something to kick to. They're getting the ball out of handballs it off to
handballed
Fuller.
it back to Fuller, the old play again.
Left
Fuller's
footer.
gone.
They've got to get
Could
on
have
to
been
that.
the second time for this play. And set play, Goldie.
Set play. Let's have a look at the replay. King
Yep.
1, 2, 3 takes the mark in congestion. And Fuller just coming in the scene here slowly. goes with the hands, and this time on his left boot. Kicked
Yep.
the last one on his right boot. Just casually as you like, on the left boot. Fuller coming through. Got to be wary of that. And goal. So Lobethal hit the lead. 9 goals, 9.
9-9 to 9-7.
Yep, they're
So
up
back
and
in the
about,
middle.
boys.
17.5 minutes gone here in the call. The Wild Trust you enjoying our live stream worldwide here on HFL Media. So 9-9, 9-7 in favour of the Tigers.
Cranner against Fisher in the ruck. So Fisher will go at it. Fisher goes towards Fuller. Dodging around a couple of Echunga players, goes to Bampton, kick inside 50 with a lovely pass and finds King. Champagne footy from the Tigers at the moment.
Dare I say, King is a bit of a prince of the forward lines at this
that
stage
was
of the
just
game.
textbook.
So King handballs it back to Fuller, the old 1-2 combination. This time Fuller runs into trouble, gets it back to the tractor. Jenkins goes wide, the height advantage. Oh, Zatto, well brought to the ground by Liston. Comes back to him from Edwards, a sweeping handball out towards place. Misses the target, but he's good enough to get it. Handballs off to Pocock. Pocock ties the Demons out of trouble. Down towards the wing area. Big Clouton's got 2 to beat. Ball comes to ground. Rubenik aerobatic as he flies over the top. Meanwhile, ball held in there right in front of the vocal Echunga crowd and right in front of the pavilion here. So the crowd certainly getting involved here, and why not? 2-point ball game. The Demons can't afford to drop this one. Bouncing ball, placed close to the boundary line, walks the ball across the line. So a ring-a-ding here, Robbie Sherwood, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's turned into a ripper, hasn't it, boys? So, yeah, 2 points. So we always get the close ones.
Boundary throw in. Cranner wins it down. Tried to get to a Echunga player coming through. Here's Turpin. He goes to Fisher. On the left boot goes to Nitschke.
Well done,
Good run
Nitschke.
play here from the Tigers. Goes to Huckster. Behind play. We'll have a look at that. Huckster kicks it towards the half-forward line. It's Hopgood. Work here by Echunga. It goes to Edwards. Kicks it with a short pass. Finds Pocock. A little bit of push. A little bit of a hit there could have been
50.
by Ashley Fuller, and it's a 50-metre penalty. So forward projection from Pocock. He can move it on quickly. Kicks the ball inside 50. Ace will come. Good chop out there by Jenkins or Hampton.
Hampton. Yeah, the young fella. Courageous mark there by Lukey Hampton. Took one, gets up limping. Looks like, because he had a knee recall a couple of years ago. Let's hope he hasn't done anything major. But courageous effort by the past senior Colts medalist for the Tigers.
Yep.
So he cut off a dangerous attack down on all haunches. Let's hope he's
good,
okay. Yeah, we'll won't get you to consult on that one though, Goldie.
Oh, that didn't look good.
Doesn't look.
The replay, yeah, that's, as I said, hopefully
He's
it's
hanging
all
on to his knee.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that doesn't look good. On the
Unfortunately,
right.
so a little bit of a break in their game here, as we said to Echunga 9-7 and Lobethal 9-9. So the Tigers certainly come to play, looking to break a 9-game losing streak. Robbie Sherwood is.
Yeah, they continued off where they played their first 3 quarters last week, haven't they, so far? So be interesting. Hopefully
And we
they can.
mentioned Andrew Froling, I think, is helping young Lukey Hampton on.
right
Unfortunately, we wish
Doesn't
him all
look
the
too
best.
good.
Yeah, doesn't look too good for the young fella, and we wish him all the best. And hopefully it's just a knock on the knee, nothing too major. But as we said, a bit of a history for, which is a bit sad for such a talented young footballer to have knee problems so early in his career. So we'll just wait for him to come off the ground. It looks like it's going to be Cooper Skimmer who will take the resultant free kick. So 20 minutes as the clock has stopped. So half time it was Echunga by 4 points. And in this term so far we've had goal kickers Fuller with 2 goals, Zatto and Hopgood for Lobethal, and Ace with 2, and Reinbreck with 1 for Echunga.
Indy and Jaden stats, Indy?
Yeah, so the tackle count is still looking pretty even across the board. 39 to Lobethal and 40 to Echunga. So yeah, it's pretty even Stevens across the board still.
Okay, looks like
Jane, inside 50 for
so
this term?
inside 50, so it is 14 to 12 in favour of Echunga, and then ruck taps is 11 to 6 in favour of Echunga as well.
Okay, ball moved on here. Fisher taking a mark for Lobethal. So the Tigers captain on the far side of the ground here at Echunga. Sun just temporarily disappearing behind the cloud, but pleasant conditions here for this vital game. Kicks the ball forward. Fisher back of the pack there was King. Got his fist to the ball and out of bounds. It's just down for us, just being assessed now on the rub-down table. Luke Hampton, as I said, wishing him all the best.
So boundary throw-in. Fisher against Cranner in ruck. Fisher cleverly Who we got there? Pistols. He's wrapped up in the tackle and he's holding the ball anyway.
Might have been Callum Wood, is it?
Yep. Oh, Hopgood.
Hopgood, sorry.
Yep.
Hopgood, sorry.
That's all right. So with the headband.
Young Beerstacker.
Beerstacker kicks it out towards centre wing. Rogers with the target against Jenkin, and that's gone out of bounds, centre wing out of side.
So out of side, 2-point ball game. 22 minutes just ticked over, so nine plays 9-7.
Yep.
In favour of the Tigers, as I said, looking to break a run of 9 consecutive defeats. So a very good last week. Can they go one better this week? Bearing in mind, Goldie, they've led at three-quarter time in 4 of those 9 losses.
4. Yep.
So as I said, they'll be looking to break that unfortunate cycle. Of course, the second game in charge for Matty Fuller, having taken over from Dickie Kleeman as the senior coach. Crano wins it down for the Demons. Bouncing ball taken by Jay Edwards. He's dispossessed, crashing his way through was Pring for the Tigers in the cricket pitch area. As Sideshow Bob, the Academy boy, standing right in front of us.
Motionless.
Motionless as he's blocking our view.
Take a photo of that.
Can see around the body, but not the hair. Cranner hacks the ball forward. It will set for Reinbreck if he gets it. Oh, good work there from Dispossessed, but Reinbreck follows up. Loses the ball. Oh, well played by the Tigers as Pring sweeps the ball out to Baird and gives it back to Pring. The old 1-2 as he sweeps it out now wide to O'Loughlin. He's got time to balance and kick it forward towards King territory. Nice work there by Ellis, brought the ball to ground. Hopgood gets back towards Kring. Good body work by Ellis. Gathers the ball for the D, sweeps the ball out here to Jackaway. In turn, gives it back to Guy. He's taken the ground. Good work there by Ellis. So involved again. Cranner's in there. Strong work, and finally
Kicking in danger.
Free kick has been paid, taken by Fuller, but no, said the umpire. We'll have to come back. Kicking in danger, I think it was.
Yeah, it was kicking in danger, Pistols.
So it will be Pring, who did some good work earlier in that passage of play to take the resultant free kick. Wing area for the Tigers.
Yep, and he's keen to move it on quickly. Got it from Fisher. Kick out towards the half-forward line. Not sure who's out there. Reinbreck for Echunga. And cops are high, so not the best forward movement there from the Tigers as they lead here, pressing towards or in time on. So short pass goes to Liston. He kicks it out towards the outer side wing. Oh, good mark by Timmy Jenkin. Off he goes.
He'll have a shot.
He'll have a shot from 70. No, he won't. He'll go over the top to. Well, he tried to go to Voigt. Collected here by Pocock. He's got some nice touches in the defensive 50. Kicks it out towards the boundary line for touch and finds it.
Yeah, Nadsy Edwards just couldn't get there in time, so as Goldie called out of bounds on the outer side wing. So 25 minutes just ticked over here on the Call to Wild. HFL Media, trust you're enjoying our worldwide coverage. As meanwhile, around the grounds, Carlton 81 played a Crows 59, and North Melbourne 1 goal lead. The Eagles yet to score in the early stages of that game. Meanwhile, here it's 9-9. Lobethal leading Echunga 9 goals, 7. So the umpire the ball up. Oh, hack forward there, improvising there in the ruck duties was Jackaway. Ball comes out here to track to Jenkin. Timmy Jenkin goes inside 50 for the Tigers. Cranner in front takes a good strong mark.
Oh, no, he didn't pay it.
Not paid, said the umpire. Beerstacker in there feeds the ball out, but in the meantime, hanging on.
Okay.
It's been paid to Henry Reuter, so the Demons vice captain to relieve the pressure halfback area.
Reuter on that left boot. Who's the target? Claughton or Place? Claughton will come third. Oh, lovely overhead mark. That's a mark. That's definitely a mark. So the big man goes on the right boot. The short pass has gone out of bounds on the full, has it?
Yep.
That's what the Tigers want, and that's where it's gone. So out of bounds on the full, and it's going to Nitschke. So Nitschke will get the ball from Guy here. Can't be much longer left in the third term, so Nitschke's looking for options. We tick into about the 26-minute mark. So Nitschke goes in the middle of the ground. Dangerous ball. Hopgood will come in. Here's a chance for Echunga now. Reinbreck, or Shoemaker, I should say, kick forward. Aish. So Lobethal moving forward, and now Aish has got a shot on 50 for number 6, or number 5, 6. It's gone for
6, I reckon.
Here.
6, yeah, he has kicked 5. So that's taken to 45 for the season, Goldie. So up and about. Jaden Hill.
If he kicks this, that will make it his 18th home game goal as well.
Home game goal.
Yep.
There you go.
Oh, Joe Aish goes around the man on the mark. No, he
Sold a
doesn't.
bit of
No, he's tripped his leg. He's tackled,
holding
he's dacked.
Great tackle.
He's holding the ball.
I tell you what, his dad Michael, who it was great to have a chat with him half time, he wouldn't be impressed with that.
Skinner goes to Fuller. Fuller with the short pass to Timmy Jenkin. I think the Tigers would just be happy to lead here at three-quarter time. So out we go to Turpin. He moves it on to Wood, I reckon it is. Pistols out there. Ellsworthy, I should say. He goes back to Turpin. He's looking, well, eventually goes to him, he gets it, kicks it towards centre half forward, backing backs Hopgood. It's around the half forward line, taken by Pocock. Nitschke, he's on hands and knees, could have won one in the back, and it's held up.
Yeah.
On the 50.
Unlucky.
Late in the third term here, Pistols.
So ball up. Tigers pushing, they're up and about.
2 points the margin.
Voigt gets a tap,
well
takes
done,
it out of
Voigt.
here as he normally does. Short kick, Hopgood knocked it forward, but taken away by Jay
Edwards.
Edwards. High kick towards the wing area. Oh,
Ah.
using his body
Oh,
well.
he's taken the
Ryan
mark, hasn't
Breck, play on, called the umpire, feeds it out to the run of Schumacher.
Here comes
Here's
Ace.
Ace territory. Ace out, got his hands to it, spills the ball, mops up well. He's got support down there.
This way, that way.
Wishes that way. Bit of every which way, but loose
Touch,
has a
it's
shot.
touch. The umpire's saying touch.
And touch.
There we go.
3 for a minor score. So, wow.
Must have been-
9-8 plays 9-9 and 1 point lead to Lobethal. Rob Sherwood.
Must have been touched as he kicked it, Goldie, was it?
Well, yeah, the umpire was saying it. There we go. Last goal kicker was Fuller, but in the meantime, it's 1 point in the margin, we reckon.
Yep.
So 1 point ball game here. I make it
9-9 to 9-8. 9-9. They got 9-9 all.
9-8 is what we'll go with, I'd suggest. A pretty tight quarter of football. 3 goals to
You reckon it scores
Echunga.
level?
They're saying it scores level, Goldie, but we reckon, and there's no doubt, why would we doubt the great man Pistols?
What we'll do, boys, we'll just wait and you keep your eye on it, Rob. 3/4 time, the goal umpires, when they come together, will cross the flags as you would know, being one of the great under-10 goal umpires back in the day.
I'll go and have a wander.
Do you want to have a listen? A wander? A listen?
You want me to take the thing in there and
Oh,
see how far in I can get?
Put it right in the huddle.
Right in the huddle.
Yeah.
So Robbie Sherwood will depart as he wanders out there at 3/4 time, but
scores a level.
We'd suggest
We
it's either level or a 1 point ball game. We'll wait and get the official confirmation here, but a very good game of football here at the moment, boys. Jaden Hill up to 3/4 time, the inside 50 count.
Yep, so that quarter, the inside 50s for Echunga was 17, so that's 44 in total, and then for Lobethal was 15, so it's 34 in total, and then there was Rug Taps was 15 to 7, so 49 for Echunga and 24 for Lobethal.
And Indy 500 with the stats.
Yeah, so the marks inside 50 have been pretty 50-50 across the board, but it is slightly in the advantage of Echunga with 10 to 9. The tackle count has also been in advantage to Echunga, I believe, 44 to 45 actually to Lobethal, so it's Lobethal with that advantage. And the free kick advantage is blasted away in Echunga's favour. 18 free kicks to 9, so yeah, some angry Lobethal supporters won't like that one.
Hillsfooty.com, powered by HFL Media and Lofty, radio with altitude.
Hi, I'm Tim Jenkin here from the Lobethal Football Club, and you're listening to the Vibe of Hills Football on HFL Media.
G'day, this is Dual Hills League male medalist Matt Cooper, and you're catching the vibe of community football here on HFL Media.
Yeah, on HFL Media. And just 3/4 time here, and we're just getting official confirmation. It's either a tied game at 9-9 or 9-8. 1 point lead to Lobethal. As I said, we'll update you with that information.
Chad O'Sullivan letting rip.
Yeah, he is, as we saw at quarter time. Once again, yeah. And as you said, Goldie, you spoke to him early, and we could almost...
He was very calm then before the match.
Yes, he was. Calm before the storm, as we'd suggest. But
Matt Fuller, can't really hear him at all.
no, very quiet and composed. It's the fire and brimstone versus, the quiet philosophy, Goldie, as you'd know. Perhaps he's got some of that Lions mane.
Yeah, Lions
out there.
mane, yeah. Jackie Benton just at the back of the Tigers patches.
As we go around the grounds here on HFL Media for Mortgage Choice, Adelaide Star Buses, Jarrett Nissen, Chris Shaw Accounting and Ned Whiskey, generous supporters. It's Mount Lofty 13-7 leading Nan Bremer 5-4. So you suggest with that victory could push the Devils further up the ladder.
Rob.
And as we go to Robbie Sherwood.
Well, as you heard there, boys, hopefully that came through. They're pretty positive. They're just more of the same, They're feeling confident this week, as they probably were last week. But, yeah, Matty Fuller just telling him to keep running, keep kicking wide.
And if he confirmed the scores for us.
And we confirmed the scores are 9-9 apiece.
There you go. So all tied up here.
So in the middle for the Tigers to start the all-important final term, we got Voigt in ruck, Bampton, Turpin and Jenkin. And for Echunga is Big Cranner. We got Jesse Edwards, Ryan Breck, and also Ribbons. So everyone's showing their hand here. What's it going to be? Are the Tigers finally going to break through for their second win? First under Fuller, and Echunga going to keep their finals chances alive.
So umpire
scores a level.
It's all
Three-quarter
score
time. Here we go.
Everything to play for here on HFL Media, round 14 from Echunga Oval. Umpire sets the ball up for the start of last quarter. Cranner with a big leap. Ball comes down there, bamped and shooting pass, received the ball out there from Turpin. Jenkins in there as well. Jesse Edwards finally cleared out there by Ellis, I think it was. Long high kick forward for Echunga inside their 50. First to get there, Mitch Jenkins. Ball close to the line. Rogers in pursuit. Also O'Loughlin coming in for the Tigers close to the boundary line. So first forward advance, importantly, went to Echunga, but the Tigers managed to cut it off. As we said, 9-9 apiece here in this vital round 14 clash, particularly for Echunga. Looks like Mount Lofty are going to win, so if they win, they'll jump ahead of the Demons. So Echunga, everything to play for here in this last quarter.
So, yep, ball half forward line. Inside 50 here for Echunga, just. Joel Aish out the back here on Cooper Skinner. Good matchup. Claughton won it down. Cloughton wrapped up the tackle. So 9-9 apiece here from Echunga Oval. Almost at 4:30. So ball up. Claughton fisted it down, tried to get it to Ribbons out towards the boundary line, and it'll be a boundary throw-in.
Might be time for the cows to start coming in over the hill.
Yeah.
Flaxley there, Goldie, for the nightly milk.
Let us know who you think will win. Scores a level at the moment. Send through where you're listening from and who you think will win in this great game. Scores a level at the moment.
Ball comes down there. Scrambling play. Bigger tackle applied there by Nitsky for the Tigers. Ball fed out here for Cloughton. Has a shot around the corner towards the top of the square. Getting back his H. Good body work on young Cooper Skinner. Wheels around as a shot. That's number 6, Robbie Sherwood. Certainly opportunist. As I said, he kicked 11 against him in round 1, and he's got 6. Could he once again be the X factor?
Yeah, he just out-positioned him, didn't he? Ball came over the back and he just out-bodied him. So smart footballer, knows how to kick a goal. He's the threat to Lobie, so they've got to shut him down pretty quick.
So with that goal, Echunga have taken a lead by the goal. They lead 10-9 to 9-9. So now the Tigers have done for most of the afternoon. It's up to them to reply. As we look back, the Tigers led by 6 points at quarter time. Echunga by 4 points at half time. And of course, scores all tied up at 3/4 time. So nothing much between these two sides throughout the afternoon. And as we said, 2 minutes into the last term, all to play for. So Voigt up against Cranner for Echunga. Ball comes down. Voigt gets it out to Bampton. Feeds the ball out into the run of Ellsworthy, the youngster. Tries to shrug off an opponent, which he does. And a short toe poke forward to Jenkins. Did he hold it? Slips catch. Umpire said play on. Didn't go 10 metres, I suggest. So in the end of that, the ball umpire comes in and will ball it up. So the Tigers looking to reply to the opening goal, kicked by Ace for Echunga. Cranner takes the ball out of ruck, finally jags it forward, out towards the wing area. First get there is Nitsky under pressure from the Demon skipper in Guy. Ball locked in that wing area, and finally the umpire will come in and ball it up. So 10-9 plays, 9-9. Call the Wild coming to you, HFL Media from Echunga.
So boundary throw in on the outer side, car park area. Cranner, Ryan Breck. Tried to shovel it out, diving on it there for Echunga. Was that Rogers? Oh, it's a free kick
No,
for the Tigers
I reckon
anyway.
Timmy Jenkins got legged, I reckon.
Yep. So Timmy Jenkins with the ball, centre wing. What's he going to do? He's got some players running down there. Hopgood, Zato, Fuller. It's gone down the throat of Ellis. He goes out towards Liston. He's been handy. Liston goes on the right boot, finds Place. Place is keen to move, and he's going to handball over the top here to Ryan Breck. Under pressure from Hopgood. Shrugged him off or pushed him off. Kick inside 50, 1-on-1. And a good mark there by Stanbury. He read it well against Cloughton, big man.
So recent 100 gamer for the Tigers. Nathan Stanbury, erstwhile defender, goes out wide to Cooper Skinner, the skydiving man. In turn goes short to Ellsworthy. Ellsworthy sweeping handball to Huckster. Hot Potato are in the trouble in Clint Guy. Huckster tried to sock it on the ground, deflects back out into Edwards. Threads his way through the pack. Nadsy Edwards
pressure.
Gets it back here towards Clint Guy, the skipper. Wobbly old kick forward.
Shinned.
Comes in to Ribbonic, took the deflection. He runs inside 50, got a chance to steady and go bang towards
Ribbons.
the goal. Ribbons. And I tell you what, unfortunately, deflect there. And Ribbons, the rib tickler, took the opportunity to post a vital goal. They moved to 11-9 to 9-9 here. Chunga, 4.5 minutes gone.
Yeah,
Robbie Sherwood.
They just tried to do that one handball too much in the middle, boys, didn't they, Lobie? And of course the turnover. Ribbons was on it like a rat up a drain pipe, and yeah, nice kick in and shot on goal.
Favourable shin.
So yeah, shin the ball forward. So Tigers, they need the reply here, which have been pretty good throughout the afternoon, but the game just at that defining stage, I suggest. Taken again by that man Ribbons. This time the handball's nullified. Edwards with the ball. Held to him, said the umpire, so forfeited that attack for the time being. So the umpire will come in and ball up just inside the centre square. Cranner against Fisher. Gets the ball down. Taken by Nitsky for the Tigers. Sweeps a handball, intercepted here by Place. Got time for a high kick towards far forward. Towards Rogers, coming out as Ace. Over the ground. Taken by Ellsworth. He handed off to Cooper Skinner. Tigers out of trouble this time. Out wide. And a good spoil there by Jesse Edwards on Jackie Bampton. And the ball out over the boundary line out of wing. We've played 6 minutes gone. Term 4 here on HFL Media. It's Echunga charged by 2 goals. 11-9 to 9-9.
Yep, boundary throwing Cranner well down to Edwards. He kicks the ball on his left, and that's gone out of bounds. So Echunga moving forward here. We'll get inside 50 stats shortly from Jaden, and then some stuff from Indy. So boundaries throw in on the 50 here. Cloughton in the ruck. He'll go against Fisher. Fisher tried to get it down to Bampton. It's taken here by Reinbreck, I think it was, or Shoemaker. Kick inside 50. Push out. Taken by Jenkin. Tried to get it onto Pring. Shoveling it out of the defensive 50 to Bampton, to Zato. Sweeping handball. Good movement here from the Tigers. Here's Timmy Jenkin. Has one bounce. Could have a second. Opts to go to short pass and finds King, who's been good.
King already a goal kicker this afternoon. He goes further inside 50. Back down.
That's fine.
Fuller.
That's fine.
Great grab.
Yeah, that's all right, I reckon.
He
Fuller,
pushed him.
Yeah,
Got away with it.
Plenty of experience there, because Nord Premiership footballer, spent time on the Western Bulldogs list. And,
I'll have a look at the replay anyway.
Second game as playing coach of Lobethal. So Matty Fuller, of course, kicked 2 goals previously this afternoon, both from the feed off
Have a look at a replay here,
situations. No, I think that was pretty good body use.
Yeah,
experience
right.
there. So Matty Fuller, important kick here for the leader as he goes towards the primary school end.
Well, we've seen what he's like on the run with both sides of the body.
So set shot here. His side, he's already kicked 7 goals for this afternoon, for the season.
Double fister, loves it.
I tell you what, he's got that one. So Fuller with his 3rd of the afternoon, pulls the Tigers back again within 1 straight kick as they go to 10-9 to 11-9. And 7.5 minutes gone here on the Call of the Wild final term from Echunga Oval. Rob Sherwood.
Yeah, once again, boys, they brought the ball from wide out on the wing, and they just centred the ball to more or less centre half forward, top of the square direction. And yeah, Fuller was there, took a great, just outbodied his man. That was experience.
I tell you what,
So-
Goldie is in the quote of the great man Colo. I'd hate to be doing the votes here this afternoon. Robbie Sherwood.
Yeah, I've just started to think about them, boys. It's pretty. There's been some good performers out there. So
I tell you what, and a good thing Colo isn't here, because I reckon the temperature outside's dropped by about 5 degrees, and Colo would be in the sucker next to the heckler heater.
Well, Indy's got his scarf. He's
the
fine.
Dreammaker.
yeah, it'd be well at Onkers. He's probably inside watching the game.
So back in the centre, Fisher against Cranner. Up they go. Cranner gets the tap down for the Demons, taken by Reinbrecht, tries to crash his way through. He's going nowhere as he's locked up by Timmy Jenkin and also Turpin. So once again, the umpire will come in and recommence play. As we said, 1 goal to difference. Echunga 11-9, Tigers 10-9.
Cranner decisively wins it down. Socket forward by Echunga. O'Loughlin will go against Shoemaker here. Coming in for support there for Lobethal. Look like Luke Nitschke, and it's held up right half forward line for Echunga. Once again, Aish deep. Ribbons is also in the forward 50. Stanbury looks like he's the loose player in front of Aish. While we got a bit of a stoppage here, we'll go Indy. Just any stats you got there, just concisely.
So the marks inside 50 are 11 to 10 in Echunga's favour. The tackles are 49 to 46 in Echunga's favour, and the free kicks are 18 to 10 in Echunga's favour.
Okay, Timmy Jenkins driving the ball forward for the Tigers, going to ground now. Good work at
well
ground
done.
level. I think it was O'Loughlin, fed the ball out. Ball finishes with King, tips it forward towards Seward, zip-zap in the pocket. Close pressure there from a Echunga defender. I think that was Ellis. Sees the ball over the boundary line.
Jaden, as we just go to boundary quickly, just anything you got?
Yep, so the inside 50s is 7-3 in favour of Echunga, and that goal from Matt Fuller was his 6th away goal for the year.
So,
good one.
Ruck duel taken by Voigt, trying to hack it out the end.
High tackle.
Usual style. Looks like Fuller under pressure there from Rydbrick.
Just a reminder, 11-9 Echunga, Lobethal 10 goals 9. We've gone 10 minutes in the final term.
So Cranner, Voigt,
the big man.
got the ball as he we see him customary. He grabbed the ball at the ruck contest. Comes out to King. King's set upon by Guy, I think it is, the Echunga captain, taking the ground level. Or sorry, it was Carter on this occasion, David Carter. So once again, we will have another ball up right close to the left pocket.
Dangerous position.
Towards the Nord, the
Nord
primary
end.
school end. Yeah, Nord thing of Rowdy Ace there.
The parade end.
The parade end. The Coop parade. As the ball, once again, scrambling football there. It's all happening here at Echunga.
Redlegs versus the Magpies.
Here we go.
Glenelg versus Nord.
I tell you what, Rowdy Ace would have played some pretty good games against the Tigers, Glenelg and the Nord days. So Reinbrick at ground level trying to feed the ball. Looks like he's been in fringe tie. So Dylan Reinbrick, the tackling machine.
He's been good the last quarter, boys.
Absolutely. He's lifted and not out of the woods yet. Echunga, they lead by one straight kick.
So ball from Reinbrick out towards centre wing. Rogers went up. Couple of Tigers. Nitschke, I think it was, got a handball away. Coming through with Shoemaker, but his ball goes down the throat of Huckster. He's got a player on in here in the middle who go back to Cooper Skinner, and he's taken by Skinner. Pushing out here is Turpin. So Skinner, centre half back, kicks it out towards half forward. Hopgood was the intended target. It's chopped out. Moves it on quickly. And I reckon it's the young man Clark.
Yeah, the two youngsters, Beersticker and Clark, combining there's the ball with Ace. Ace got a loose man in the pocket.
Got to go.
Place. Oh, was he in French? Yes, said the
is.
Umpire, because I think the eyes of the Echunga
he went to play
Tigers
on.
defenders, and I tell you, racing off was young Clark, but the ball's got to come back here.
Yep.
But great work combined there, as I said, the two Echunga youngsters in Beersticker and Clark. So the opportunity for Liam Place, as Goldie watching as we'll watch Ace move the ball on the monitor. Yes, I can see the eyes of the ball. Yeah, was there. Mitchie Jenkins perhaps coming in a little bit crudely. So Liam Place.
13 minutes gone, 1 goal the difference, Echunga lead.
Chose to cover himself in glory. Left forward pocket as he kicks towards the golf course end.
Bit of right to left. Or just straight?
Sits on the way right behind it, Goldie. I tell you what, that's pretty good off the boot.
Lovely.
Nice kick.
Lovely.
So the youngster Liam Place certainly finding his place and moment, and kicks a pretty vital goal there at the 12.5 minute mark. So opens it back to 2 straight kicks. So it's a 12-9 to 10-9. Robbie Shield in favour of the Demons.
Yeah, nice place kick that by Aish. Just put it up for young Place, Aish to place, eh?
It was a nice place kick.
It was a nice place kick, so yeah, good bit of footy by Echunga, so geez, it's a good last quarter, boys, so hopefully Lobie can get the next goal.
Absolutely, he's back in the centre. Fisher gets a tap down for the
great
Tigers,
tap.
taken away here by Fuller. He realises the sense of the occasion. No, his handball is intercepted by Rydbrick. Gives the old don't argue, then handballs it off to Ribbons. So the tickle man goes forward. Oh, big leap by Rogers. Oh, the back is a chance for Clark. Can't control the ball. Huckster pressure him, and he's pretty happy to see the ball over the boundary line. But quick movement, as you said, in this last quarter. Rydbrick certainly been a key performer, Goldie.
He has. Here we go. Boundary umpire. Dangerous position for the Tigers because Echunga have got it about 15, 20 metres out from goals. Taken by Fuller. Off he goes. Gets onto that right boot, which he kicked a couple of goals with. Who's going to win out here? King. A couple of players went to ground. Ribbons, he's been good in his final term. Kick forward. Who's there?
Good kick.
And it's taken by Shoemaker.
So a bit of a mung kick forward then, but unfortunately on the end of it was Shoemaker. So he's only kicked 4 goals for the season, so I suggest his 5th here could be one of the most vital that he's kicked. As a 3-goal margin as we move to 14-minute mark would be quite handy. So Shoemaker lurking is Jesse Edwards, but I think Shoemaker's going to go to distance himself.
On that left boot.
Sets it long.
That's a
He's
nice
got
kick.
the carry.
Yeah, it's minus
yes,
4.
but
It's a handy point, though.
Not straight, though.
I was going to say, boys, could be a handy point.
If the scoreboard's right.
as they move to 12-10 to 10-9.
15 minutes gone.
So 14 and a half. Split the difference. Goldie, I'll kick out there. Big leap by Adam Edwards. Meanwhile, Ace has had a bang.
Oh, number 7.
Ace has manufactured something out of nothing, as we'd expect.
Yep.
So number 7, and I tell you what, he must love playing him. So that's 18 goals he's kicked so far this season.
This season against Lobie. Yeah, that was a great goal, manufactured out of nothing. So, yeah, he's a jet, isn't he?
Absolutely. So 4 goals for the term for Echunga. Ace has 2 ribbons in place, and Matty Fuller with the only reply for Lobethal. So unfortunately, once again, a fade out in the last quarter for the Tigers, but still time as we've just ticked over 15 minutes. So back in the centre. If they're good enough, the Tigers. Umpire called a free kick. Looks like it's going to Jackie Bampton. So take a free kick virtually in the centre of the ground for the Tigers. Hands it off to Timmy Jenkins.
You have a shot.
The tractor goes bomb inside 50, bouncing ball. Getting back to intercepting mark, I think it is Ellis. Tips it up, and good mark by Ribbons. He certainly lifted in the last quarter. He hits the ground running. Shoots out a handball to Adam Edwards. Adam Edwards with a kick right in front of the Dreammaker.
Oh,
John Clark, a tumbling mark right in front of the Dreammaker.
Oh, little short pass into the man on the mark, but that's all right. He's kicked the goal. He's played all right. So boundary throwing just in front of us here in the Dreammaker. It's 19 points the margin. Echunga leading. Keeping their top 5 chances alive here. Lobethal
nice
once again,
elevation
very
too, Goldie.
Nice boundary throw in. Guy, Bampton, Nitschke. Ringer Rosie, and eventually he's held up. Tried to get it out to Zato, I think.
So 13-10 Echunga. Lobethal 10 goal, 9 Goldie, and 16 and a half minutes gone here.
Tigers need a goal.
Oh, well done.
Through Fuller. Oh, gee whiz, that's a good tackle. He's holding the ball.
I tell you what, he's playing an inspired last term here, boys.
Well, the umpire's saying I'll have it.
Matty Fuller, that's for sure, trying to lift his side for their first win under his leadership. Ball comes down, Fuller in there again. And Big Cloughton. So the ball held in there. So once again, the umpire will come in. So the Tigers starting to slip away. They need the next goal badly. Fuller once again charges through, left the ball behind. Oh, good work
great
there.
tackle.
Was young Jack away. He's dispossessed. Ball comes clear. Ribbons. Inside 50, getting back and taking Mitchie Jenkins. So Junior Jenkins, he's got a loose man here in Zato by the Dreammaker. Could it be cut off? Oh, place looms. Good spoil, but umpire said chopping. So free kick taken by Zato.
Zato goes to fish. You've got to move it on the Tigers. Still plenty of time. Halfway through the final quarter, they trail by 19 points. Goes to Cooper Skinner. Stop-start football. Skinner goes out towards Timmy Jenkins. He's got a player out here on the wing. It's Pring. He's keen to move it on quickly. That was a little bit too easy. Moves it out towards the half-forward line.
Yeah, they
finds
go King on the run.
He can go for goal. Is it got to carry? It's got to carry. It's a point, though. Reasonably handy point, I suppose. Brings it back to 3 goals even.
So 13-10 to 9-10. As Goldie said, still time, 17 minutes, nearly 18 ticked over. So the Tigers want to get a hurry on. Ball comes out, big leap. Oh, great mark taken by Big Cloughton. Goes into League Ruckman this year. His first season with the Demons, a bit of history with Central Districts. He goes short up the line to Ribbons, who's certainly putting in his effort in the last term. Him and Reinbreck have certainly been the experienced heads here. So Ribbons in front of the adoring masses, in front of the pot belly. Kicks the ball up the line. Jenkins right in front of us.
Oh,
that's
a
top.
Brilliant mark
Liam
by
Place, and no doubt Dallas would have got that in a close vision there. So Liam Place kicked that fantastic goal during the turn to put the Demons ahead. He decides to go backwards. Taken by Ribbons. He's got support from Carter if he needs him. No, he decides to go long.
Ace.
Oh!
Called by Robbie Shearwood, the Nostradamus of the team. And Ace has taken a great mark in the front of the bus.
See it. Great kick
so
by...
chance here for number 8.
Yeah, great kick by Ribbons, though. He's really lifting the last quarter.
So
Ace. Good turn by Echunga. Good signs for them.
Yep.
So Ace for his third for the term, and as you said, Goldie said, 5th for the term. So certainly killing off the challenge from a gallant Tiger. So Ace, some 45 metres towards the golf course end. Deliberate approach.
For number 8.
So Joel Ace sets on his way. Interesting kicking action. Doesn't matter how you get him, as long as you get him, and he certainly has. So number 8 for Joel Ace. And you'd expect, well,
Mm.
I tell you what, the lady who might be appearing on Australia's Got Talent, yes, Robbie Shield, she might be making her way as Aish, just
She's
extending that lead.
She's just come off the freeway,
Indy,
boys.
as we go back to the middle, some just stats here.
Yeah, so a lot of the defensive pressure from Lobethal that we've seen today is actually getting lost a lot in this last quarter. Only 3 tackles for the quarter to Lobethal compared to Echunga's 8. Definitely seems like Lobethal is struggling to run out the rest of this game.
So back in the centre, clearance taken away by Fisher, the Tigers captain. Realises the importance of the situation, gets down, big leap there. King was up high, good work there by the defence of a Demons. Quick high kick there was by Turpin, but out of bounds. So 14-10 plays 10-10 as 20 and a half minutes. So you just suggest that maybe Echunga, after a bit of a fright here from a brave Tigers, are going to get this important win to keep him in the hunt for a final spot. So the boundary throw to occur. It's the afro-haired academy boy to pitch the ball back in. Cranner versus Voigt. Cranner, the front spot, gets the ball down. Ball in a ruck contest. It goes to ground in a ground contest. Held in there.
Jaden, inside 50s?
So inside 50s we have is 12-5 in favour of Echunga in this quarter.
So ruck duel once again taken by Voigt. Tries to kick it out of the ruck contest, but it's held to him once again. The umpire says, I'll come in and recommence play. So we're about 35 metres out from Echunga's goal face. They badly need a major here to try and grab what would be probably a miracle win. Ball comes back towards Rogers, dispossessed by Mitch Jenkins. Going to ground, there's Guy as he fed the ball out to a teammate who goes up towards Ace, the danger man. He's got a break on Scooper.
No one there. Try
so
a big
no one
talk.
forwarded him. So he hits the ball up high, hoping to run on. Reinbrick's there. Loses a body well, so does Nathan Stanbury for Tigers. Comes out to young Clark, well shepherded by Reinbrick.
Good handball.
Ball comes back to Reinbrick. He tried the old don't argue there.
It's got to be holding the ball.
It could be this. Well caught by Robbie Shearwood as he ran into a brick wall there in the form
It was
of
a
Fisher.
bit. It was a bit stiff, but
Fisher gets it out towards Bamp. The Tigers wing at forward. He'll get the handball onto Cooper Skinner. The skydive man goes towards half forward. He's got the lead there from King. Takes a mark. He's got a loose man in Zato. Decides to go long up the corridor though. Giving a task there for Lachlan. Voigt it was, sorry. Gets the ball to ground, but once again the Echunga defence holding firm. Comes out here to Liston. He's got support there from a teammate. Finally comes back there to Cranner. Feeds the ball off to Pocock. Pocock, wobbly old kick up towards Guy. Eludes him. Coming to meet his Fisher.
don't
Clean bowls all of
argue.
them.
That's got to be holding the ball.
Don't argue attempted there. And a good tackle by Reuter.
That's a great tackle. Oh, and didn't like it either.
Jenkins, I reckon.
So Jenkins hands the ball off to Pring.
Pring, kick inside 50, backing back. Poke.
Oh! You beauties!
Did you get that one, Dallas? We got that one.
That's the zip man, I think it is. Sewer.
I think we just might have seen the mark of the year, boys.
That's a brilliant leap there, boy. Just Sewer.
The young fella.
And it's coming up.
So Sewer needing to kick this goal to give him any chance. Can he top up a brilliant leap? No. Sorry for a minor score, but he get top mark for a great grab from Josh Sewer. You'll see that one on Dartfish HFL highlights during the week. So minor score.
Higher than Joe Cocker.
So that's right. They go to 10-11 to 14-10. So you think Echunga are going to escape here with a big last quarter effort. Kick out comes Fisher over the top. Spoiled Cranner. Ball comes to ground.
Oh, Bampton.
Meanwhile, the umpire is, no, he's going to call for a ball up. Just as Bampton thought he could have free kick. No, says the umpire. So ball up, Cranner. Fisted forward there by Fuller, close to the boundary line. And out in front of the members' pavilion near the Potbelly Stove, which no doubt if Colo was here, Rob Shield would be over.
No, he'd be over there. He'd be over there now.
He'd be doing the boundary from the Potbelly, that's for sure. Cranner wrestles his way to the front, brings the ball down. Stacks on the mill, and I'd suggest now the Southern Demons just happy to bottle up the game. They've got it well in hand.
Have we heard from Colo with a score update from Onkers, boys?
No, he's too busy showing people his cubicle over there at Balhanna.
Ball up on the right half forward line
good
for
tackle.
the Tigers.
Looks like Voigt in a little bit of distress there.
I'll tell you what, boys, they haven't been disgraced today again, Lobie. They've
Sorry, Zato, it is in the sleeves.
Ball up, right half forward. Ball comes out. taken there. Clark's around the action. Can't quite see here. Got a number of
I think that was good work there by young Jackaway with that high clearing kick for the Demons. As I said, the ball fisted out over the boundary line, right in front of the members' pavilion. So Echunga will celebrate their sixth win for the season, boys. So just keeping that mix for the finals alive and cooking as they go out wide.
Guy.
To Guy.
Yep. Kept
Grabs
it
the
in.
ball. Good pressure from Nitsky. Takes from the ground. Tigers appeal for holding the ball. No, says the umpire. Out over the boundary line. So the academy boy will come into play. So we've approached 25 minutes. So you suggest that, as I said, the Demons will be getting the points.
Cranner up against Voigt. Ball comes out to Fuller. Ball's hemmed on the boundary line. Kick forward by the Tigers. Has it gone out of bounds on the full? It has. So in that forward pocket area for Echunga. Good finish from the Demons after scores were level at three-quarter time. Kick out of defensive 50. Good mark there by Cranner. Oh, I thought it was. Couldn't quite see. Bit of a toe poke there from Echunga. Clark gathers it nicely to Place. Place running. Got a kick away just. Ball flicked out. Clark once again wrapped up in the tackle. Bampton. Ball's half forward line. Stanbury for Lobethal goes backwards to Huckster. He goes towards Jenkin, who looked like he was off there. Joel Aish mans the mark. Timmy Jenkin kicks it out towards Fisher on the half-back flank. Moves it on quickly. Pring. Got a handball away. Out towards Matt Fuller to Jenkin. Bursting through the middle was Timmy Jenkin. He goes forward. And a good mark almost there by Voigt. Ball hits the deck.
Good work by Roy to follow it up. He locks up a tackle on Nitsky. So good defensive work there by the Demons vice captain. Sees the ball held up and the umpire come in. So 26 and a half minutes gone here. It's Echunga 14-10 leading Lobethal 10-11, I think.
Don't go anywhere. We will have a player after the match.
There it is. The final siren is gone. It's Robbie Sherwood.
Hey, Dallas, just filming.
As Robbie Sherwood will be holding out, but in the end a pretty handy win as we just tally it up. 14-10, I think I make it, boys, to 10-goal 11. So just under 4 goals, just under a 4-goal win there, Goldie. I'd suggest so. A gallant effort by Lobethal, but once again, unfortunately, the last quarter.
Yep.
Cost him as Robbie Sherwood.
Aish with 8.
Out on the ground.
Got a ring to it, doesn't it?
Aish with 8, yes, and Robbie Sherwood just...
Robbie Sherwood's heading out there. He's going to have a chat to someone, hopefully.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals to 1 in the last quarter after scores were tied at three-quarter time, 9-9 apiece, and Echunga have run out winners 14-10 to 10-goal 11. So pretty entertaining
Carolyn
game.
Edwards says, never in doubt, great teamwork at Echunga. There you go.
And of course the Edwards boys providing some pretty good contributions.
Oh, thank you.
To the mighty Demons.
So Rob's out in the middle. Hopefully we can find someone. Echunga players just going through the motions. Well, just 8 goals, obviously, the Aish Pistols.
Yeah, 8 goals to Aish, but up the other end, Zato was very good with 4 goals for the Tigers. Matty Fuller with 3. And don't forget, we'll bring you all the stats that matter in just a minute with Jaden and Indy. As Rob Sherwood's still lurking. Looks like he's got our man.
Yep.
So we'll go centre to Robbie Sherwood with
Joel Aish, the man who kicked
Joel
8.
Aish, as they signal correct weight. So Echunga 14-10 have defeated Lobethal 10-11. Here's a man who starred with 8 goals.
He's kicked 19
as
goals.
We go to Rob Sherwood.
Yep, Rob. Yep.
Okay. Thanks, boys. We're out in the middle with best on ground, in my opinion, anyway, and it was my pick this week. So with Joel Aish, a great game, Joel.
Yeah, really hard fought game actually today. We knew it was going to be tough since last time we played these boys. I think 6 or 7 guys come in from that game, and yeah, just we needed to win to keep finals alive, and it was pretty close. We kicked away a little bit in the last quarter, and thankfully our final chances are still up and about.
Yeah, so I mean it's a really good Div 1 comp, isn't it? It's take Harndorf out of the equation, and yeah, you got 4 or 5 of you fighting for the 2 spots. And
Yeah, absolutely.
Finish anywhere from 3rd to 5th.
Yeah, well, from 2nd to sort of 7th is like one game, 2 games there, and you know I just think from 2nd to sort of even bottom, I think every on their day can beat anyone.
Yeah.
And even Harndorf, I think they're beatable. It's bloody hard, but you know you got to get them on probably an average day. But no, I definitely think they're beatable, and hopefully we can take a bit of confidence from this. We couple of tough losses the last couple of weeks, and it's just good to get back in the winner's circle.
And Chad got into you boys at quarter time or in 3/4 time?
Yeah, well, he just sort of put on the line. He said, look, we lose this game, you know, you could almost write our finals campaign off. And yeah, Chad's a really good coach. You know, he knows a lot about football, and he gets into us, but he's a good people person. So
he's changing the culture a bit. Benny was saying.
Yeah, he has. He's just a good person to have around the club. Sort of like when he's not a coach and he takes his coach's hat off, he's like just a good mate. Yeah. But when it comes to footy, you know, he's not your mate anymore. Like if footy's footy, and so he's really good like that.
Good. Okay. You got Nan coming up at the end, so also you got to play. Do you play Lofty again?
Yeah, we got Lofty and Barker and Harndorf next week, so,
okay,
that'll be a real test. Yeah. But after that, yeah, I think we got Barker, Lofty, and Nan. So
basically, in destiny's in your own hands.
100%. So if we can win 3 out of the next 4, I think we'll make 5, and you know, come finals, anything can happen.
Yeah. Oh well, all right, mate. Well done.
Appreciate it, boys.
Great
Thank
game. Cheers. Back to you, boys.
Hi, this is umpire Pete Humphreys, and the best decision you can make is to listen to HFL Media.
Thank you very much there to Joel Ace joining us after a match-winning performance by him, I'd suggest, Goldie. 8 goals, pretty handy. As we said, we kicked 11 against them in the first meeting of the year, and he's followed up with a pretty handy 8, including just getting this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the second half. So
yep.
Yeah, great effort.
Stats that matter, Jaden and
Jaden
Indy.
and Indy with the stats that matter.
So with the stats that matter, with the inside 50s, we have 64 to Echunga to 44 with Lobethal. Centre clearances was 16 to Echunga to 9 to Lobethal, and ruck taps was 50 to 37 in favour of Echunga. And then with the kicks, I got Echunga 151 to Lobethal 154. Very even in that space, but Lobethal was a very, very different way of kicking around the ground to Echunga, and it was 54 handballs to Echunga and 63 to Lobethal. And go to Indy.
Stats that matter. So for marks inside 50, we got 13 Echunga to Lobethal 11. For tackles, we got 52 Echunga to Lobethal 53. And for free kicks, we got Echunga 21 to Lobethal 13.
So just in summing up, where do you think the game, besides the kicking the goals, Indy, where do you think the game was won and lost by each side?
I think it definitely was that last quarter that really served as a huge detriment to the Tigers. I think they lost a lot of that defensive pressure. They lost a lot of those they lost a lot of those tackles, and in general, it was just that lack of pressure in the last that allowed Echunga to get away with the game. And the free kicks certainly didn't help, but I don't think that was the determining factor at all. I think it was a pretty fair game all around. And of course, the marks inside 50 wasn't a super relevant stat, but definitely could have been a little bit better going forward any day.
All right, boys.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Very concise statistics as we bring you all the stats that matter here on HFL Media.
Just some comments during that final quarter from our listeners.
Riley Williams missing today.
He enjoyed watching Liam Place take some marks. Carolyn Edwards said it was never in doubt. Andrew Meany said it's a grand old flag. Carolyn Edwards enjoyed the commentary. And Trey O'Sullivan said, well done, Echunga. So thanks for the feedback today. It's been great.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, each week through our live stream, feel free to pass on any
3-2-1 is coming up.
3-2-1 is coming up in a moment. But as Indy said, the game was locked up 9-9 apiece at 3/4 time. And, of course, Echunga working home 5 goals in the last quarter to 1. And just in the end, getting over the line pretty comprehensively, 14-10 to 10-11 after Tigers once again. Tigers led by 6 points at quarter time. 4-point margin to Echunga at half time, and then again, once again, as I said, it was locked up at 3/4 time. Jaden Hill.
Oh, he's eager.
Now with the stats, the home games average for Echunga goals was 7. They usually average 7 goals at home. They've doubled that with 14 today. So and Lobethal with away games, they usually score 6, and they scored 10 today. So improved on that one. So improving all around for both sides.
Thanks,
those goals.
Jaden. That's good.
Good on you, and we'll just quickly go as Rob gets set to give us his kiss of death with the votes. But Echunga, when you look at it, as we said, Joel Ace, sensational performance, 8 goals. Other goal kickers, Rogers, Clark, Jesse Edwards, Reinbreck, Ribbons, Liam Place with a fantastic shot from out here. And Lobethal side of things, a pretty good effort, Goldie, by Joe Zatto with 4. Matty Fuller with 3, also Hopgood and Fisher, and Dylan King kicking goals for the Tigers. But once again, rather frustrating. So 10 losses now in a row, the losing streak. But the fact is, well,
4 games have
4
been in
games
it or
and
ahead.
and today they were equal.
3/4
So
time,
that
yeah.
5 games, half of those games they've been well in the hunt. It's just frustrating. Just perhaps talking as Rob Shield and I after the game last week, just talking to a few of the Tigers faithful, they just perhaps lose the way to win. It's been that long since they've tasted it. It happens to drift in sometimes the clubs.
They've forgotten how to win.
Yeah.
So,
3, 2, 1, Rob. Here
Anyway,
we go.
Rob,
Two
important
mentions or
part
straight
of the
into
day.
it?
I mean, the
3,
first
2, 1.
half was scrappy, so, you know, no one really stood out. But I think it's like everything in it. The cream rises to the top.
Man to camera, Rob.
Yeah, look at the camera. So
3, 2,
I
1. Here we
mean,
go.
It's 3 votes.
Right, so straight best on.
Best on was easily in the last quarter, Joel Aish.
8
so
goals.
ended up
Yep.
with 8. Hard to go past him. Basically won the game off his own boot, and just some of the place kicks he did. Plus, we spoke to his father at half time, my idol. So, yeah, no, that was he was excellent. So clearly best on ground.
2 votes.
2 votes I give to the tractor, Timmy Jenkin.
Yep.
In everything, tried his guts out for to get Lobie up and over the line. So he was really solid. Great all day. Yeah, he just works hard, you know, whether he's got the ball or off the ball. Yeah, so it was a great game. And
1 vote.
1 vote could have gone to a number. You know, you had the Edwards boys, you had Braden Fisher from Lobie, Cooper Skinner was in it, Liam Place did some good stuff in and out, Sam Crenner was good in ruck. But in the end, I gave 3rd best to Dylan Robbins.
Ribbons, yeah.
Ribbons,
or however
Ribbons.
you, yeah.
Great last quarter. Absolute great last quarter.
agree with that, yeah.
So, how many times he kicked the ball to Joel Aish, I don't know. But, yeah, fantastic. So, yeah, they're the
3
they're the
votes
3 2.
Aish, 2 votes Jenkin,
Yep.
1 vote Ribbons.
1 vote Ribbons. So, yeah, 3
And go to
2 1.
hillsfooty.com for the Player of the Year
Yep,
vote.
Player of the Year. Click on that awards and you'll see. And yeah, I think there's about 70, 75 players so far this year that have got votes. So, yeah, it's all up there on hillsfooty.com.
And next Saturday, Pistols, where are we?
Next Saturday, we first time for the season, we journey to Arkabar Oval in Heathfield for what looms as a pretty, well, interesting clash. Once again, they're all getting interesting now as far as the composition of the final 5. But Onka Valley Dogs taking on Mount Lofty. And just as we go around the grounds, final scores here, boys. Mount Lofty 16-14 have defeated Nanbremmer 7-7. Harndorf 10-11 have defeated the Doggies 8-10, so a pretty entertaining game over there. And Blackwood 14-6 have defeated Uraidla District 6-7.
Really?
So Goldie, just quickly,
Mine-
computer-like brain, we've done a bit of.
Line
So as the ladder stands at the moment, I suggest Harndorf
Harndorf.
24.
Onkers.
Onkers 16. Of course, Mount Barker having
Mount
to buy
Barker.
days. They start 15. Uraidla 13. Blackwood, Echunga and Mount Lofty all on 12.
Hang on, what? So Blackwood beat
Sorry,
Uraidla?
14. Sorry, my
So Blackwood go into 4th.
sorry, my
You're right.
apologies there. They
Makes
jump
them-
over Uraidla. So, yeah. So Onkers 16, Mount Barker 15, Blackwood 14, then Uraidla 13, and inside the 5, a point ahead of both Echunga and Mount Lofty. So, There
Plenty
you go.
to play for.
It's getting pretty tight. And as I said, next week's game between Onka Valley and Mount Lofty here on Calder-Wild could be a ring-a-ding-ding as far as... yeah, very entertaining game. So no doubt you'll be bringing the stats that matter during the week, Jaden, to work out.
Yes, I will be. Yep.
What's happened there. So
and hopefully the weather's not like the last time we were at Goat Park.
Yeah, well, I can tell you one thing that'll be
shocker.
great is the surface of the ground. There'll be no mud wrestling this year. And
this year.
hopefully Onkers will kick more than 3 points for the game, Jay.
And if I remember, I think the average margin between the two sides is 29. I'm pretty sure between Mount Lofty
I'll
and
back
Onkers.
you in on that.
So yeah, so you know, it could be a close one, or it could be like that 5-goal margin. So.
And thank you very much to Brett Robinson up there in the Riverland, Loxton Way. Goldie, former Mount Lofty, and also Demon Boy.
And Trent O'Sullivan.
Trent O'Sullivan, yeah.
Says a great game. Thanks for the coverage. So yeah,
And
good
score
feedback today.
update from Ironbank. Ironbank 19-12, Gumaraka 13-12.
Okay, good game.
Got overrun the last quarter.
So there we go.
Well, thanks to Dallas.
And thanks to Dallas very much, the
filming it.
cameraman, the unsung hero, and also thank you very much the man who always gives us
the Colonel in the kitchen.
The last word, the
word
Colonel
from
in the
the
kitchen.
Echunga. Here he is.
The Colonel.
Puts it together.
The cult figure.
The real winner today was the Academy boy with Sideshow Bob's hair. Well done, son.
I think
Well
he'll be figuring in the highlights reel. So thank you very much to the Colonel, and also we must say very big thank you to Matt the roadie, who under great sufferance as doing his warm up for the Winter Reds.
Yep.
But he managed
So
to
the
get
caravan
the
will be here overnight, boys. So if you need to sleep anywhere,
okay.
The caravan will
Well, don't
be here
let too many
overnight.
people know.
No? Try not to. They'll steal it.
Lucky it's not Mount Barker. Had about 50 kids sleeping in it for the night. But anyway, thank you very much there to Indy Rogers once again for your input. The 500 boy, Jaden Hill. Thank you very much.
Yep.
Robbie Sherwood.
Well
as
done,
always.
Pistols. Good call, boys, as usual.
And also Goldie, well done to you.
done.
And as we said, we'll see you next week.
Off to Goat Park.
Looking very much forward to Goat Park, Mount Lofty next week. Mount Lofty Onkers. Until we join you again, thank you for being part of the Calder-Wild for another week. As I said, we'll catch you next Saturday. And until then, keep on kicking goals.
The Call of the Wild is an HFL media production.